Wait till Kyle puts the lube on his hands.
It's better than putting hand sanitizer on my dick.
Ooh. That would burn.
That's a new extreme sport.
You ever get fucking soap in your pee hole?
Yep.
Oh, God, yeah.
God damn.
Yep.
Every chance I get.
Actually, Meadow was asking.
I put a bar of soap in my pee hole the other day.
Meta doesn't like to wear underwear. She's always free balling, and she's like, "Why do you always wear underwear?" And I was like, "I have zipped my dick up in my zipper when I was 8, and I've never not wore underwear from that point forward."
Yeah. It's also another layer of protection if you fucking like put your shit away too quickly and then like pee a little bit.
Right, there is that too.
You know?
Yeah, it's like a
like a hazard of like being out drinking, or sometimes just like regular life. You know, like my man here. Yeah, I'm like, shit. I should have shaken like better. Furiously. Even.
I have a one of those child memories of, you know, the onesies that came from the ankle. You know, where you zipped up.
Yep.
Bang.
Oh.
Yeah.
Going with the jump, like
scarred for life.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I remember mine clear. We were on the farm, so I was like 4. Well, no, yeah. So I said 8, but I was younger. I was like, I think we got there when I was 4 and left when I was 7. So it's right in that area. And I fucking zipped my dick in the zipper, and I fucking couldn't get it back down, and I was like freaking out, crying.
Franks and beans.
And my uncle came over and was like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, eh. And he looks, he's like, "Holy shit!" And he fucking grabs it, and with the pliers. I think it was like his Leatherman.
I hope he grabbed the zipper with the pliers.
The zipper. and like ball. I mean, it cut me, blood everywhere. I have like a fucking scar.
I think I have a scar too.
Well, fuck, here, I'll show you.
And then it turned into Jaws.
Put that crooked thing on the table.
I might have to zoom in. All right, are we ready?
Yep.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Spitballing. I'm Matt Taylor here with my good buddy
Kyle Amundsen.
and we have our most guestest of all,
I think requested.
most requested guest of all. That actually might be true, Mr. PJ Severson. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. So we're hanging out in your new shop.
Yeah. We're closed on Sundays for COVID, so this was a perfect opportunity to come in and try out the tap system. Kyle has not been in here yet, so this was the only way I could get him in here.
Yeah, pretty much. He's already been hitting the M&Ms pretty heavily.
It was actually literally the first thing he did. Got himself a little cup.
In my defense, I heard you do New York crust, and I'm a Chicago crust guy. But yeah. I have no defense for the M&Ms.
He was like double fisting.
I just haven't had chocolate in a long time. I've been on a diet, and I came in, and they were right there, and I'm like,
No, literally what happened, he walked in the door and he said, "I can smell M&Ms. Where are they?"
it was like some fee-fi-fo-fum shit.
So I know we have a ton of shit to get into, but I want to talk a little bit about this place because
Okay.
I am a fucking humongous fan of this place.
Thank you.
So this building is the old Giovanni's building. Was Giovanni's for, I don't know,
30 years.
30 years?
Yep.
I remember when I was just a kid, like, must have been like 10th grade, we would come over here for lunch break because you could smoke in here. And we'd all sit in here fucking, it's so hard to even think about that as a thing. Like sitting around a little table, fucking smoking cigarettes at 16, 17 years old in a establishment. It was just no thing.
And we all like worked in bars and shit like that, like when you could smoke in there. And now that seems like such a distant fucking memory that I don't even remember like how bad I stunk when I came home.
And it seems like such a dumb thing to do.
Yeah.
You know?
Especially at a restaurant, smoking, like flicking your ashes on your pizza.
Yes. Yeah. You know what? The best analogy is like the non-smoking restaurant is like the no peeing part of the pool. You know.
Right. That's a good analogy. So how long ago did you get this place?
God, we signed the lease in January, so it'll be a full year in January, and literally opening day would have been right when COVID started.
Right.
But luckily, I almost am thankful for COVID.
it kind of a good time to start a business, oddly
Man,
enough.
my landlords here were probably as nice as anybody could be. They allowed for me to delay the start of my lease. So I'd made two lease payments, and they said, well, we'll just wait until things get going, and then we'll start your lease when you're ready.
Right.
So
That's really cool.
yeah. So they didn't lose, and I didn't lose, and so now we're starting, and they are literally the best landlords ever. So
Well, that's fucking awesome.
so then I had all this time to figure out what I'm really doing because I didn't
Right.
really know.
I mean, I know you had a kind of a concept going in because we talked about it early on the podcast
Yes,
when you were the gelato fairy.
yes, the gelato fairy. I still am the gelato fairy.
Kyle was crabby that day.
He was crabby that
I
day.
was?
You were
Yeah.
crabby.
Maybe I was.
I watched that podcast a while ago and I was like, what a fucking dick he was.
Ah, could be.
You wouldn't
could
even
be.
eat the gelato.
Probably why he hasn't been in there.
You know what? Honestly, I was in here the whole time. It was like Giovanni's. I was here one time ever in like my whole life.
Did you have a reason to go into Giovanni's though? I mean, it's not like
No,
I've been on your
no,
podcast
no.
900 times. I don't know.
That's true. I mean, that's not to say I don't like them as much as I didn't like them as much as I like you, but I mean, no, but this place looks amazing.
So he's a dick again today. Perfect. Come a full circle. You know what?
I'm not a pizza guy. I'm not even a pizza
I think
guy.
it might be a PJ thing.
Like, how often do I mean, every time I go to
Yeah.
the local, it's closed.
Yeah, looking at you, you don't look like a pizza guy.
He's more of an M&M guy.
But
They have M&Ms, complimentary. All you can eat M&Ms every day. That shit's just
That's
sitting out
actually-
there.
I know.
So, okay, conceptually, you guys are doing pizza.
Pizza
gelato.
wings, pizza wings, gelato, salads. New menu, which will be out probably in about a week. We're gonna have the best chicken tenders that you've ever had. So kind of like a Raising Cane's type thing. I mean that kind of blew up across the country, and I thought, why can't I just serve really really good chicken tenders? And the thing is even for like to Kyle's point, not really a pizza guy. I have to have other reasons for people to come in here besides just pizza. So if wings, chicken tenders, and we'll just start adding stuff. Eventually, I would say if you saw this restaurant in 3 years, we'll have two awesome sub sandwiches,
Nice.
that are just like no bullshit sub sandwiches. You can't sub it. It's not Subway, make it your way. It's like, here's our fucking sandwich, eat it because it's awesome. And if you don't like that stuff, don't get it.
Can't you call them grinders?
I'm sure you can, but isn't there an app called Grinder right now?
there sure
Kyle?
is.
Isn't that a sub? Isn't it a grinder?
It is.
Check me
It
out.
is.
Follow me on Grinder.
Yeah, I it's an 80s term, it seems like.
Oh, I just think I like
Hoagies and grinders.
Hoagies and grinders.
Navy beans. Meatloaf sandwich.
So one of the things that you're doing here that I really enjoy is that you're doing these like just pizza by the slice.
Pizza by the slice. So the idea was, for those who haven't been to New York City and the amount of pizzerias that they have, and you just walk in, grab a slice, they reheat it, or if it's just out of the oven, you just take it. And it's cheap. It's one of the most economical food sources.
So I came in here the other day, that was probably a month ago at this point, but get my slice, took about 3 minutes, ate it. It was less than $5, and I'm like, God damn, this is the best value meal you can
Yep.
get in town.
Yep. Well, and we try to expand on that. So you can get the slice, a salad, and a soda for $10. You can get the slice, a salad, and gelato for $10. You can get 2 slices and a soda for $10.
Yeah.
And like you said, you have it in front of you in 3-4 minutes, and how quick you can eat it is when you're gone.
Yeah. And I don't. Meta and I were just talking about this last night. Why? I think that I love your pizza. I've had 20 of them by now. But the pizza by the slice is so fucking good. Is
It's
it
the rebake.
Is it the rebake?
It's a rebake.
Rebake all your fucking pizzas then, because my God, is it delicious?
Any delivery pizza that I normally would get, I would say, don't cut it, and let me put it on my stone when I get home. Now, our pizzas are a little harder to do that because they are large, 16-inch, pizzas. But if you just take any pizza that you take, one from Zorba's, anywhere else, and bring it home and recook it, it's the second-day pizza. People microwave pizza, and I just want to slap them. Just turn your oven on and just throw it in there. It is so much better.
Yeah.
So
Well, I find the reheated slices.
the crunch.
It's something. So when I had the eclectic, we used to do our fresh cut French fries, which were a fucking humongous pain in the
Yeah.
ass. But we would par fry them, freeze them, and then refry them. And people will just go ape shit over those things, and they were really, really good. A humongous pain in the ass again.
Yep.
But I think there is something to that rebate.
The
that is-
reheating.
That
Yep.
is just Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's and the ovens. I mean, we bought literally ovens that you would see almost anywhere in a pizzeria in New York City, and large, and the stones just they get cured so much that the flavor is just it's right. So every pizza is better than the last.
Oh, is it kind of? It's like a grill, kind of like where you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
want to clean it because then
The
you
only thing you throw in there is a wet rag. So
or my coffee cup.
yeah. So it's like Kyle's bed sheets. You just take a wet rag and you just wipe them down. So
My coffee cup has a nice patina.
Or
on
bring
it,
them out, whatever the case may be.
And then on top of the delicious pizza and pizza by the
Gelato.
slice, you're doing gelato.
which I've learned a lot. I went to North Carolina, like I said in the last podcast, to learn about the art. And when you think you know it is when it slaps you in the face.
It's like getting your black belt.
Yes.
That's not the destination. That's the
No.
beginning.
Yeah. And so if you look at from where our last podcast to where I am now, we're making it totally different.
You're like a purple belt in gelato right now.
Yeah, maybe. Is there a lower belt than that?
Blue
Yeah,
or white.
Yeah, I might be blue teal. I'm a teal.
What is this, Taekwondo, motherfucker?
Well, it's a combination of white and blue, I have so little training that I can't even be close to an expert, so I'm learning on my own. If it wasn't the Rona, I would probably plan a trip to Italy and go get some real tutelage.
Oh, interesting.
Just because it's science. And I want to be able to do it better than anybody else. And you can't figure all that stuff out on your own. I mean, you can, but I don't have the time.
So, your daughter seems to be like the gelato queen.
Yes, she started out as loving it, and she still loves it. I think she has chosen a different path, and I would say the biggest catalyst is probably working for your father, not loving making gelato. Some people might say that I'm hard to work for. I don't know.
Everybody. Across the board.
Really?
Unanimous. No. Actually, I never ever hear that.
God, my feelings just got
You're
hurt.
thinking of
Oh, I touched it. It was COVID. Shit.
you're thinking of hard to like.
Yes. Oh, that's lube.
Son of a bitch!
Don't waste it.
But yeah, no, she.
Jesus Christ. I got
She,
every-
yeah, that was a lot. That was a lot. She did a great job. But with me learning and her learning at the same time, it's a very confusing process. It'd be like throwing two people in a bag and saying whoever gets out first has figured it out. And so she tried really hard to hit the mark that I wanted to, and she did all the time. It just was frustrating for her because the bullseye kept moving. Like,
Yep.
oh, this was good now, but now it's not good today. And,
Right.
Because we've learned more,
Yeah.
and so she decided to do what I'm very proud of, and she's going back to college.
Oh, good
so,
for her.
So she enrolled in the U, and she's doing daycare, and
Cool.
she's actually very, very happy. So,
Good.
yeah, it worked out really good.
Good. Well,
So-
every time I came in here, I always saw her back there gelatoing up. So.
Oh yes, yes, it is. It is sticky business. I mean, there's a lot of sugar, and it's all very fine sugar, so it's like dust clouds of sugar. And so, even when I went home last night, Katie said, she's like, you smell kind of like sweet and sour. Like,
And then she started licking you
yes, like a little cat. She put the ears
with
on.
her incredible forearms.
Oh, but yeah. So the gelato is all natural, no preservatives, made every day. We run fresh gelato every day.
Yeah.
As a pain in the ass it is when you only see 15 customers a day, but we still run it every day. So
So what do you do with the old gelato?
Well, you can rerun the gelato. So if you melt it and rerun it, then it reconstitutes the air into it and makes it the best texture. You know,
Oh, interesting. Okay.
kind of like if you ate half a pint of ice cream and then went back a week later and you're like it's kind of crusty on top. We never let that happen. So we rerun it every day and then it becomes perfect every day.
Interesting, huh? Yeah.
But
Well,
you-
it is delicious.
Thank you.
Are you like I had this fucking wonderful gelato pie?
Yes.
Are you still doing those?
I'm trying to find the market. You know, the thing is you make things and don't sell them. And
Right, and it's not exactly like it's free. I mean,
and it's not cheap.
Yeah, it's not
no,
cheap.
no. Well, I mean, the products that we use, again, everything that the one obstacle that I have in this town is every product that I use, I always try to use the best that I can find.
Right.
So my steaks are more expensive, my burgers are more expensive, my pizza's more expensive, but everything I buy, I mean, our tomatoes are imported from Italy. You know, like. You know,
They're called Romas, you fucking snob.
Y'all fancy.
They are not. They're called San Marzanos,
Oh, sorry.
which are Romas in Italy. But yes, they are imported. So, but so, and it's all for the better good. I don't skimp on anything. The first thing is what tastes the best, what's it cost, how do we charge, not let's go backwards. So.
I wish that we could show everyone like the beer thing.
Well, I was gonna.
the-
Yeah, I actually I am gonna shoot a little of it and put it in.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Can we
So-
do that right now because my beer's empty?
Well, you go ahead and go fill up your beer,
You know, I'll do that.
but I'm not going to
You tell 'em
film
about it.
right now. But you go ahead and do that. But
all
we may
legal.
as well talk about it right now. Another thing that you have here. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm going.
Shoo,
Hey,
shoo.
try not
Shoo.
to
Wait,
knock
can
down
I
the
go?
whole system.
Can
here.
Go ahead. So another thing that you have is completely unique. I've never seen anything like this before, especially not in this town. Is what? You're looking for your M&M bowl?
I was just gonna pour 2 glasses so that I don't have to make as many trips.
They're right up there by the beer. If you've been here before, you would have known exactly where they are, but
You know what? I have tried to come here before.
can't hear you.
You know-
Can't hear you.
Jesus Christ! It's Tharg 3.
But yeah, we have a wall of beer is what I like to call it. So pay by the ounce, wine or beer. The idea was more out of we didn't want to have wait staff here.
Right.
You know, it was a
Super smart idea.
and so again, as minimum wage goes up, it's harder to have those people doing things for tips that we're paying maybe sometimes more than they are getting in tips per hour. And here, not knowing how many people are going to come in and all that, it was a perfect solution. So now everybody who works here can make pizza, they can deliver, they can wash dishes. So everybody splits the tips. So
Right.
it's like socialism here.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Right.
You fucking commie.
I know, I love it.
So it's literally a wall of beer. You have I don't know how many are.
I have
taps you
8. I have 8 taps. No, 10 taps, 8 beers. Is what
and
I-
then 2 wines.
2 wine. Yep,
Yeah.
a white and a red.
And you have these bracelets.
Mm-hmm.
And so when the customer comes up, you give them a bracelet if they're ID them, and then
Yep.
they use this bracelet. It like
Tracks how much they drink.
tracks how much they drink, and also like turns on the tap and everything like that.
Yep, yep.
It is a remarkable system. Tony Whitlock
Yes.
is a fucking magician.
He's beyond a magician. The amount of work and time that he put into that, which I'll say, I mean, I'm sure he makes good money at D&D because he's literally, for Micromatic, they take tests for how to use the systems, how to create them. He is literally the best in the country. He tested better than everybody else.
Yeah. So Tony. So you probably don't know Tony, but Tony Whitlock is and do you know Dan Whitlock, bartender at YG's?
Yes.
Yeah, it's his older brother. And if you put those two sitting next to each other, it's like what?
Yes.
they don't look anything alike. They don't talk anything alike. They're completely opposite sides of the spectrum. And I'm not talking about the autistic spectrum. But Tony is just a fucking amazing craftsman. He's an incredible woodworker. I don't know if you know it, but he's an incredible woodworker. But he does the taps for D&D, and he had no idea how to do this when they started.
Zero.
And he had put in
on his own time.
On his own time, not getting paid. You know, literally hundreds of hours of like research and trying to figure out how this thing works. I've talked to him about it in great detail,
Yeah.
and it's a fucking pretty crazy thing like that.
Pretty
you have to go
crazy,
through.
and what he did to for us who are in the industry, usually there's glycol systems where there is fluid that wraps around each line, which maintains the temperature of the beer. So when you pour it out, you don't get a lot of foam, and that's vital to a beer tap system.
Especially one where people are pouring their own beer
Yes.
and they aren't necessarily a pro.
And that would have cost me to have to put in that system. It would have cost me an extra, let's call it $3,500 to $4,000. He $3,500 to $4,000. He developed a system out of PVC, which I didn't even know they made PVC that looked like lumber. Did you know that?
No.
So that right there, that white stuff, that trim on there, that's all PVC.
Oh.
And so they make lumber that is made out of PVC.
Well, okay, yeah, I guess I did know that.
Okay. So I didn't know that. So he made a box in there that
What do those trees look like?
They're plastic.
So he made a box.
I feel like I'm in the Lorax.
He made a box set, and then he put a fan up where the exhaust from the.
You can't get over Laura.
I got it. Yeah, no, it was good. So from where it blows out the cold air, so he takes the cold air and blows it into this PVC box, which keeps all the lines cold right up to there. So the faucets, if you feel the faucets, they're even cold, which is a phenomenal job. And the people who run the system, they said, we do not do this. Like, it won't work right. And I looked at Tony, I said, I'm not paying that shit. He's like, I got it.
Yeah.
And we, and then with COVID, and it took so long, it really took probably 5 months to get installed. So he had a lot of time with COVID to research it and do all that. But so when it was all said and done, I took the whole D&D group in here, let them have free beer, free pizza, and to praise Tony for the job that he did.
Yeah. The man's amazing.
Because this is a great system. I mean, the beer is perfect.
Yep.
Perfect temperature, perfect carbonation.
Yep.
It's beautiful.
perfect, and it's fun. Everybody wants to pour their own beer. Everybody wants that.
Yeah.
I grew up in a household. My dad was a pediatrician, and so we would take our from our home in a small town in upstate New York, and then we would go to like what we would call a cabin here, and he had a tapper there that he won at some raffle. Seversons are notoriously unlucky, except for my dad winning raffle shit in a town where everybody's impoverished and the doctor wins everything. So
What a prick.
Oh, yeah, what a prick. Yeah, they were there.
Good for you, Doc.
Exactly.
Oh, it's
What'd
Dr. Severson
Oh, you
again.
bought
All
1,000
right.
raffle tickets. Good for you. But either way, so then pouring tap beers for my dad and his best friend on the porch, it was a privilege. How much foam was on it and all of that. But
So how old were you when you did your first keg stand?
oh Jesus, 9.
Yeah, me too.
9.
It's 9. It's kind of between 6 and
so you'd pour it, and it was light beer, so you'd pour it, take a sip, and then
yeah. Well, you got to get the foam off.
but you just wanted to see what it tastes like.
Right.
And I don't remember liking it or disliking it, to be honest with you. Now that I think about that,
That's interesting. I don't know that I ever really. I grew up on beer.
yeah,
Like I grew up.
It was all we had.
it was all we had.
Have some cereal. Fucking Budweiser, son of a bitch.
Use cream ales for cereal.
I used breast milk for cereal one time.
Shut the fuck up.
I'll tell you this
On
story.
purpose?
Well, not exactly. So I.
That's not a no.
Well, it's not exactly, I was, God, I don't know. He's been coming up on this podcast a lot, but I was, at this time, I was living with Aaron O'Neill and his wife, and she was pregnant. She ends up going to the bathroom, or she ends up going in to have the baby. Or no. I'm sorry, wrong story, because she wouldn't be having the baby if she already had breast milk. I don't know what the fuck. But anyway, she was gone. And I went to pour some cereal, and we were fucking out of milk. And I opened up their fridge, and I'm like, shit. And I was like, well, wonder what this is like. And I fucking put breast milk in there. It wasn't bad. It was a little bit.
Come on.
it was a little bit it was a little bit vitamin-y. So, but yeah, not bad.
Yeah,
overall.
you know, I mean, if you fucking drink goat's milk, like human milk, whatever the fuck, it's milk, you know.
It's just weird how it tasted like just a regular glass of milk that you just ground a couple of multivitamins up in. It's not. I mean, it has like a real heavy vitamin-y taste. So, but yeah, not bad. I recommend it. I exclusively drink breast milk now. I've given up. I've given up.
You don't have to tell me.
Kemp's.
I'm where he gets it.
So this is, by the way, at 11:30 in the morning.
It is not. That is a lie. It is.
It's got to be
12:12.
noon. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's noon somewhere.
Thank you.
Besides,
Awesome.
these are our celebratory. These are our celebratory
These are
election
these are
beers.
Biden beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's everything on my list. So are we done? Or
Yeah, that's
was there
it.
anything else going on?
Like something like shit in the news or anything like that.
Well, we
or-
were kind of we have like a little Facebook group or whatever where we kind of chat up beforehand and it's like we're talking. What are we going to talk about? I mean, nothing's going
Nothing's
on.
going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Nothing of note. I mean, you know, have you heard anything? I don't know.
I heard that flags are half mast on Trump trucks.
Yeah, yeah.
that's funny. My good buddy Corey Marchese posted on Facebook. I thought it was pretty awesome. He lives in California, but I haven't seen Corey in it's been at least a decade. But he's the kid who I just about killed on my motorcycle when we were like 16 because I let him. He wanted to jump the road approach, and I was kind of jealous and whatever. He was pissing me off, and so he's like, "Well, how do I do it?" And I was just like, "Just
Got it.
fucking hit it," and he.
Hit it. No.
Oh yeah, and fucking
Almost killed
bad.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt. I mean, like literally, almost killed him. He had a fucking like stick through his ear and it cut his head. I mean, it was bad. But he had a post on Facebook. He's a contractor down in California, and he's got a giant truck dualies and everything. And he had it said Biden Harris on the side and with a big American flag, and he's like. I'm gonna just drive around the neighborhood, and Trump supporters aren't the only ones with big trucks, so it's kind of cool. No, so crazy. We have a president elect. Apparently,
We do. I think that to be fair, I mean, I would like them to finish all the counting. I would, of
course.
and so, and I think that's where the Republicans are at right now, saying that, recount and let's do it.
Well,
Let's do it.
they're saying a lot of things, and not all of them are rational.
No.
Like I've seen people call for like, well, let's just revote.
Yeah, revote.
I'll tell you what.
Revote?
Yeah, I've seen shit like that, and I'm like, I see that shit.
I was in favor of that after Brexit.
And
Well,
I really was.
I've been trying to like be, magnanimous or whatever. I've been trying to like not go off too much.
Yeah.
But like some of the shit that I see really, like the whole recount thing and stuff. I'm like, you know what, you fucking tit baby millennial fucking like Trumper, like that's not the way it works.
No.
Just because your guy lost doesn't mean we revote.
there's runoffs which are not revotes, but there are runoffs which it happened in a dead tie, and I don't know exactly what happens in a runoff, but I know that is the next step. But if they're close enough, recount it.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
let's
see,
recount
the
them
thing
all.
is, like, it happens in so many states. I don't think that people appreciate like the depth of a fucking conspiracy that you would have to pull off.
Oh, it's huge.
Like it would be the greatest, the biggest conspiracy in the history of fucking humankind. But that doesn't faze them.
Well,
because
Democrats
their
can't
feelings
pull that
tell
off
them
'cause
that it's not fair.
They can't. Democrats can keep it secret. That's the problem.
No.
Right. We'd be liberals are like the absolute worst people to put in charge of.
Don't tell anybody.
Like-
oh, whoops.
Yeah, well, that and like
Tell dipshit to not grow a conscience all of a sudden, or he's gonna fuck us all over.
and then it would be all by committee, and you'd have like, ew, oh, what a nightmare.
But
that would be.
even on a recount, it's like 0.0015 is like how many votes you're gonna find.
Right.
So it's nothing.
Apparently, I listened to. So I've been kind of trying to stay away from like any news source other than it's been tough. But I did listen to NPR today, and they were saying that it looks like there are 3 states that are close enough to warrant a recount.
Yep.
But those have to be paid for by the challenger, so
Yep.
it would be Trump who would have to pay for it.
Who
And-
hasn't paid for his rallies yet in fucking several major U.S. cities?
He was being
and
sarcastic.
It's very unlikely.
Yes.
It's very unlikely that even in those states that the vote would move more than 100 one way or the other. And it doesn't look like even if they would, if whichever, it would take all 3 of them to flip.
Well, and it seems like he's out of money. I think he's doing his press conferences on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania. So
between the goddamn dildo shop and the fucking.
well, I mean, Rudy.
What were the other businesses that him and Giuliani were?
I think it was. I think you were right. It was a porn shop, and then
There was a massage parlor,
and then this concrete business, which I can only imagine what the conversation was when the Secret Service called this place and said, "Yeah, Trump's going to do a press conference outside," and somebody's like, "Hold my beer." Yes. What time? Well, yeah, it's going to be a little bit more expensive at 8 because we have a lot going on, and it is a very, very nice room. So if you could just send the check to
Fucking A.
fucking asshole.
So last time we were together, I kind of laid out a scenario. Did you ever listen to that podcast, by the way? The Radio Labs, whatever. But I laid out a scenario that was on Radio Labs where basically they were afraid or like that it would be a very close contested election, and then it would end up whatever. On election night, that scenario was being laid out right there. I was
It was so, yeah, for a while there, it looked like it was going to be fucking this close.
But they predicted why it was going to look that way.
they did.
Yes. And see, that's one of the things about everybody, like, oh my God, like all the stupid shit that these, like, Trumpers are saying. But this is all exactly what you were told for months was going to happen. This
Right.
is what
Yep.
it looked like already. This is what people that pay attention and are not fucking
It's actually
goddamn imbeciles
It's actually
already knew what was
resolved
going to happen.
quite a bit quicker than I thought it would.
And you have to understand why it has to be that way. They can't count them ahead of time because then people will say, you changed it.
Yes.
You knew how many. You
Right.
sent more pollers out. You went out to those counties and said, we need more voters. Go find them. Get them in there. Get them IDs. And so you have to wait. And again, if the process takes 4 days, it takes 4 days. It was kind of
Yeah.
it was history.
However long it takes to get it right.
But to wait that long and then to see Joe and Kamala in Wilmington, Delaware last night was emotional. It was good. It was nice to see grandkids. It was nice to see a dog go into the White House.
Man,
It was nice to
right.
see.
Yeah.
It was nice to see just a family looking at fireworks and being impressed by fireworks.
If you think Joe Biden's a scumbag, he's got a German Shepherd. If you're a scumbag, a German Shepherd is almost never your first choice of a family pet.
Huh?
I love dogs.
Am I a scumbag?
I'm afraid of dogs, but like I have like this. I got chewed up really bad when I was like 20 by my own dog. It was I had like I don't even know like lots of stitches.
Cujo stuff.
Yeah, I had 2 dogs at the time, a Saint Bernard and a Chow, and they got into it. And the Saint Bernard fucking, it was pretty crazy actually. So the Chow went after the Saint Bernard. The Chow was a fucking asshole, just an asshole. His name was Rico, and I loved him. He was a great dog, but he was he was the kind of dog that would just sit in the corner and fucking growl at people. Yeah, which I liked because I didn't have any fear of dogs, and I thought he was great. But he got into it with the Saint Bernard, and the Saint Bernard fucking grabbed him, but put his whole head in his mouth, and was like shaking him around. And I like Fezzik was my Saint Bernard's name, and I got Fezzik off of him, kicked Rico away, and Fezzik went in the other room. He's like, oh, I'm done. I proved my point.
Yeah, I almost ate that dog one bite.
Yeah, he actually punctured his eardrum.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and Rico came unhinged, and like even this was quite a while ago. I was 21 maybe.
So this is like where you break up a fight and then the one guy's like mad about it because he
Punches you.
Yeah, and then goes after you.
So we're talking about a little dog here is about to attack you.
A chow. He only weighs maybe 45 pounds. Not a big
Okay.
dog. He's decent size.
Yeah,
whatever.
that's good.
But I've never been in a fight that was so like visceral and like I had no answers. He bit me everywhere.
Shut up.
Oh my god, it was crazy. I couldn't fight.
His eardrum was driving him nuts. It's probably what was going on.
So I pushed him away, and he just attacked. And I caught him. He jumped for my throat, and I caught him with my forearm, and he broke my forearm. And then my buddy,
Fuck out of here.
Physically, like
Dude.
when you say broke.
yeah, he
your form.
broke my arm right here.
Oh,
yeah,
like broke the skin.
Broke my bone, dude. Broke my skin. I looked like I had just gotten out of a fucking like torture session with a.
Please
like,
post the pictures on this podcast when it's done of.
And then
your
my
injuries.
buddy like had a leather jacket and threw it over him and like jumped on top of him. And
He
then
went nuts.
went nuts. Yeah.
So
and then then they rushed me to the hospital. Our fucking kitchen floor, our linoleum kitchen floor was just like fucking covered with blood.
No, this is
Dude,
not
I am
real.
not kidding. This is so I have this.
At that point, Matt went into training for the next 6 months. There was training montages and shit.
There's
and he got a rematch with this dog.
No, my dad came and got the dog and had him put down.
Oh,
Well, you
cheated out
have
of your
to.
rematch.
I mean, there's no.
Actually, this was so at this point I was pretty broke in my life, and
you don't kill Apollo Creed.
They
you
were
fight Apollo Creed.
They wanted me to have him tested for rabies, which means they got to cut the fuking dog's head off and like send it in.
Yep.
And it was $500 to do it, and I was like, fucking. I didn't have $500 to like do that. But here's the thing: if I bet wrong,
Yeah.
I'm dead, right?
7 days. I think it's 7. It's just
Yeah, because
literally
then
7
if you
days.
get rabies,
You have
like
7
rabies
days.
is 100% fatal.
Yep.
But you don't know
Until you get it.
Until you get it.
Yeah.
And if you start to show symptoms,
It's too late.
it's too late. You're dead.
Yep.
But they can stop it
Within 7
within
days.
7 days.
I think it's 7
something
days.
like
Yeah.
that. I was like, fuck it, I'm not getting it.
You rolled the dice.
I rolled the dice.
Nice.
$500, man. So it's really weird. So $500 doesn't sound like that much money today, but back then, $500 was the difference
when
between
you're 20
me.
years old, $500 is a lot of fucking money.
It was the difference between like eating and not eating. I was like, I'm good. I already had a huge fucking bill for getting stitched up. So
And the staunch on your pride. You got your ass kicked by a dog.
right. So ever since then, I've had like this kind of like innate fear of dogs. But I love dogs. I've had
Sure.
many dogs since then. But when I first like approach a dog, it's very difficult for me. And whatever. And because I have this like fear, they totally like smell that shit.
Oh yeah.
And they fucking go after me. Fucking, I am just like a dog magnet. Oh, here, I'll tell you this story. So one time, Phil and I, we had the Shine at the time, and we were gonna have a luau party, right? And
Tiki
torches
coconut
and
coconut bras and, and
so stupid. I thought this was the stupidest thing I've ever done. It was for a band, Itis, cool band.
Yep.
It was like we wanted to have them over and do like have them play and just because they had just helped us out so much. They'd opened for so many bands.
they were a pretty big band.
They were pretty. They're great. But they never got paid shit. You know what I mean? So they were always getting our backs. And we were like, we got to do something nice for them. Let's have a show. Let's pay them well for it, and let's do something fun. And they were like, yeah, man, let's have a fucking tiki party. And I was like, fuck yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Why don't I just go get a whole bunch of sand?
Oh my god.
I did this in my fucking restaurant, man. I put down plastic on the floor, and I fucking took sandbags and fucking opened up sandbags, and so I made a beach in the room. We never ever got the sand out. There's probably still sand in this.
You've answered so many questions.
This is this is in that other room. Yeah. Well, you took the carpet out, but dude, like I never got the sand out of the carpet.
No,
it was horrible, but it was a super fun night. Anyway, they had one of our staff members had a tiki bar, like one of those like little like made out of bamboo tiki bar, and we were like, oh yeah, and so she's like, yeah, come on over and grab it. So me and Phil go over to grab it. And she's out washing her car, and she has a pit bull and a German Shepherd, right? Phil doesn't fucking mention it to me. No. Oh, we're gonna kill that motherfucker. And we come and we go walking up there, and these two dogs, and fucking
Right at you.
right past Phil. Phil doesn't even exist, right? Right at me. So I'm walking right on the side of their house. So I have like a really, really overpowered adrenal gland, right? So when something happens, sometimes I can do like shit that's like really superhuman. So I'm walking past her house and she has a deck 4 foot high off the ground, right? And then it's got a 3 foot railing.
There's still like a video of like the dogs chasing him and Matt's just fucking pulling away.
And
Up and over?
I reached up, I grabbed the top of the railing, and I shot myself up and landed on the top of the railing, and both Phil and can't remember her name now. Anyway, and she and her, the girl, were like, what the fuck? And I'm like, get those fucking dogs, like I'm fucking perched up there like Jackie Chan style. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Where are we going? I have an innate fear of dogs.
Yes.
But I don't trust people who don't have dogs. Right?
Where is that?
That was always something that the lack of a dog in the White House.
Yes.
Just seemed.
How about just the lack of flowers? How about the fact that you rip out the rose garden to put a sidewalk?
I don't know.
What about the lack of decency?
Yeah, it's really the dog that bothered me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest is all right.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah. No, dog will be nice.
It will be nice.
And grandkids.
He's a good-looking dog.
And just a family.
Humans.
Family.
Like people that are like humans.
And again, like we were talking earlier, he's not perfect. He's
No,
made mistakes.
no.
Yes, he's 47 years. Yes, he's changed his views. We all have.
Well, the racism thing, which I find fucking hilarious. I've had people try to tell me, oh, well, because he said some stupid shit in the 70s, which at this point he's not only like he's said, that was stupid. Like, and he also like selected his running mate based on because they asked him like if he was just like pandering to these voters and stuff. And essentially what he said was that she is the perfect person to like keep him in check and to remind him of things and to see, like her perspective and stuff.
She ruined a campaign of his. He went towards somebody who slaughtered him. I mean, and the fact that you could look at that and say, oh, she's the token candidate. She wasn't. She worked hard, very, very hard. And I think she represents exactly what society needs right now. The fact that anybody can be in that office, black, white, male, female, is so important, and it took way too long.
Half Indian, half Islander, or whatever. Like, what is that? What she?
No,
she's
not that it matters. Native American and
her.
No, I think Indian, like red dot Indian.
And her current family is like all of our families. It's mixed.
Yeah. Mixed.
It's
yes.
blended. It's divorce. Things don't.
Her
work.
little grandchild is cute as fuck.
Yes. And so
it's got cute little kind of like a pigtail fro.
Yes.
It was that chick.
And of course, leave it to the Trumpers to try to slut shame her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's none of my business why she slept with whoever the fuck she slept with.
No,
like,
and
is she not a smart, competent, fucking respectable lady? Like fucking.
And if that was on the checklist for you're good at what you do. None of us would be anywhere. Well, maybe you would.
No, I would. I'm like a prude. But seriously, I always have been. Anyway, yeah, I have some issues with Kamala Harris as far as like her actual
her record as a prosecutor and stuff like that.
Yep.
Yes.
That said, I'm just very, very happy to have some type of competence and like rationality in there. Plus, we also have to. So it kind of got glossed over, even in my mind for this thing. But it's a pretty remarkable thing that we just broke the glass ceiling. Isn't that what?
And that's not the and unfortunately, and I think Joe giving Kamala the opportunity to give a speech that just doesn't say congratulations, Joe, for winning the presidency, but also about what she's done and who she is was awesome last night.
Well, and let's
we're
face
gonna
the
see
facts.
a lot more of her than we did the creepy fucking guy that looked like a villain from the X-Files fucking, Pence, like,
Yeah.
hey, Pence is a fucking weird guy.
At least he was the most sane out of the two, though. And
Dude,
See, I don't even know
in
about
the
that.
beginning. In the beginning, I was like, dude, I hope Trump doesn't die in this because Pence
But then
scares
you
me.
wish
But by
he would.
the end, I was
Yeah.
like, COVID, take that motherfucker. Like I just
When the guy
was
that thinks
like-
you can reprogram gay people is the less crazy one,
exactly,
what the fuck?
exactly.
I mean,
yeah. I do you listen to Sam Harris ever?
I don't. I don't.
I'm a big junkie, but he was talking about how how basically Pence is the exact opposite of everything he'd ever want in a president.
Yes.
He's an ideologue.
Yep.
He's a true believer. He's super scary, and all that said, he would take him today in a heartbeat. And it's like that is how terrifying he thinks Trump is.
speaking of guys that I thought were like kind of scary at one point, what about the senator from Utah? Why am I
Mitt Romney?
Yeah, why can't I think of his name?
What?
Mitt Romney.
Magic Pants.
Yeah, last
Man.
time you
Magic
could think of
Thank you. My sister was like, Shelly was like, holy shit.
They wear
They
magic
really do
underwear.
have magic
Yeah,
underwear.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit's amazing.
Yeah.
But Mitt Romney, why is all of a sudden Mitt Romney the voice of like fucking like
Reason of the
decency and
Republican?
reason and fucking yeah. I mean, like he's like the spokes. He's
I don't know.
like
He pissed me off a little
Are they
bit.
gonna
on
throw
the
him out of
whole-
the party now?
They might, but he pissed me off a little bit just recently on the whole, what do you call it, Supreme Court, whatever. Because he came out, saying for it, and it's like, fuck, that was grody, man. It's grody that
Yeah.
the Supreme Court is.
Well, that whole
We didn't ever
doing what
talk about.
Obama could have fucking done. Like
Well, he
it's-
didn't have the votes though. That's
Didn't
a
have the
problem,
votes.
man. So and that
And
so
we're in the same boat.
we're in the same boat. That's a scary thing. The scary thing is that if you don't control Congress, it's really hard to do anything. And it was just crazy to have.
that was another one of the things about the big fucking conspiracy. Yeah, we stole the presidency, but we didn't bother
Yeah.
with the Senate.
Right, may as well just like not,
I think that there's not enough, and I didn't know who I was voting for on the majority of the ticket that you looked at. I wasn't aware.
So my friend Arlene Jones was running for county commissioner against Paul Coring
Yep.
as a write-in candidate, and I put a post out on Facebook. It was very funny, but not
Sure.
actually joking. I wrote her in on everything I didn't know. I didn't realize. I thought she was in my district, but apparently she's not. So then I got there and I was like, well, fuck. There's no Paul Coring on here for me to write in Arlene Jones.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Well, I guess Crow Wing County Land Sanitation Supervisor, fucking Arlene Jones.
But the way government works is it works from the bottom up.
We've said that so many times on this podcast, and it's 100% right. Like
It starts with your district attorneys. I mean, it starts with your local government,
Right.
And then it goes forward. And so
I would like to see. I think that the most important thing to change in our election system. There's so many problems. Like, let's get money out of government.
Yep.
Special interest groups, blah, blah, blah. But there's one thing that can just completely change all of those problems, and that is ranked choice voting. Because if you have ranked choice voting, all of a sudden,
Ranked
all
choice
of those,
/ instant runoff.
yeah, it's the same thing, but basically where you rank your candidates A, B, C, and D, or whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which I love.
And if you do that, all of a sudden, all of those other things lose their power because they can't just throw their money behind one candidate.
Yes.
It doesn't now. It
but the amount of things that run uncontested and
this time it was ridiculous.
it was ridiculous.
There was like
Well, His Excellency, David Doe.
Yes.
Arlene Jones. No, I'm just kidding. I voted for Dave.
Yeah.
I did vote for Dave. I
And,
think Dave's doing a great fucking job as mayor,
Great
actually. And that surprised me. I mean, Dave and I don't always see eye to eye on everything. But mayorhood has really, suited him, I
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Well, he does. Unlike Kyle, he supports this restaurant. He comes in, he eats, has a slice, comes in, tells everybody it's great, and people love seeing the mayor here.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's
I
absolutely
actually
awesome.
did I tell you about the lady that she put a thing. It was one of the local fucking shit show dumpster fire groups. There's that one in particular that's on Facebook where people are like, oh, there's a car pulled over on fucking 6th Street.
Yes.
Blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, community matters or whatever.
So a lady chimed in, and she was thinking about moving up here from the metro, and she admitted that she was like a moderate or maybe a little liberal or whatever, but she was thinking of moving her family up here, and some of the people were wonderful, and a lot of the people
go figure.
Yeah, a lot of the people were what you would expect from people that like, what, you're a liberal? Don't fucking move up here, blah, blah, and just were awful to her. They were very rude, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get a hold of Dave. I messaged Dave, and he like got a hold of her. He never mentioned that he was the neighbor or that he was the mayor, but like this is just one of her potential neighbors, like fucking telling her, hey, I think you'd love it here, blah blah blah. And I was like, how cool is it that you can just get a hold of the mayor? And he's like, you know what? These rude people, like, don't worry about them. Like, here's what you like about the place. And stuff.
Yep.
I thought that was wonderful.
Awesome.
Speaking of other local politics, though. Did you see who got voted off the school board?
Sue Kern. Yeah. So if you don't know, then you've never watched this show. Sue Kern, it was a school board president who said basically we should no longer be teaching the theory of evolution.
Unless we're going to teach creationism alongside it.
Right.
Because one of those things is science.
We made national news because our area likes to make national news.
When it's embarrassing enough.
It's only ever embarrassing. We were number one again with the COVID rise.
Yeah.
Hey.
We're number one.
Yep.
We're number one.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wear the mask.
We're we're kind of getting famous for our science-denying fucking inbreeder fucking idiots.
We really are.
And like, you don't have to take my word for it. Look at the fucking news, like
the fucking.
And if you're one of those, maybe
we got the fucking mayor of
Nisswa.
So I'm at Jits.
What the fuck?
When you know not when to just shut up, just shut up. That poor guy.
I had a kid who started training, who is a Nisswa police officer, started training with us, and when somebody starts, we kind of introduce them and whatever, and one of the other guys says, like your boss.
They gave that guy every opportunity to be a decent person. And I know a couple of those. One of the cops pretty well.
Yeah, I know
and
both of those guys. Great guys.
And they gave him every opportunity.
Dude.
Every opportunity.
I was like,
oh, there's another exit door, and inside that door there's another exit door, and then there's one more.
And then he just kept looking like an asshole. And like what he was saying wasn't bad enough. The fact that his dog got away from him, like on a busy highway.
The fact that his kids were there. Weren't his kids right there too? Like, it was like.
I don't think his kids were there.
No, they weren't.
No, because there were two kids in the car that were getting pulled over for, and they had a little weed or whatever, and they were getting a ticket and getting let go.
Yeah.
It was not a big deal.
Nothing to see here.
And he just wouldn't fucking stop.
Yeah.
The best video was the video that the kids shot of him getting arrested.
Yeah.
That's sweet. They slam him up against the car.
Well, there's only so much.
And
play stupid games.
The
win stupid
one
prizes.
cop says, "I gave him every chance. I gave him every chance."
Well, and when you're a cop and you can give people every chance, but there's that one thing they can't do, and that is touch
I see
you.
it all the time at the bar.
What really fucking freaks me out though is trying to get into this guy's head that he's going to go up there with his
It's a small
phone.
space.
He's going to go up there with his phone, and he's going to videotape these cops and
Harassing.
and then make himself be he was the asshole.
But
100%
when you think
the
about
aggressor.
it, like if you're the mayor of Nisswa, you hold such a lofty status, you're probably drunk with power at that point.
I think he might have just been drunk.
I think he was drunk.
Drunk with something,
But
maybe not power, maybe a little power.
But he honestly probably thought, I'm going to make a difference.
Two
okay,
parts
Think about
power,
that. Think about
5
that,
parts
though.
The
He
problem
thought he would make a difference.
Is that he doesn't even hold the beliefs that he was. So I like did a little research on this fucking guy,
Yeah.
and he's like a completely whack job.
Yeah, this is not some libtard like us.
Right.
No.
So he's not even on the side of like not because I actually am not on that side either. But the whole defunding the police and everything. He's not Black Lives Mattering, any of that stuff.
No, he was trying to get cops not to pull over people who were trying to go to his town. It's literally all he was trying to do. Right?
What
Yeah,
a
like
weird
cops are
time
bad for
to make.
business or whatever,
What a
you know,
weird
like-
time in our culture to make that stand.
Telling Nisswa cops they shouldn't patrol the highway,
Well-
the only road that goes through the town.
Because you look at the comments and stuff like that, and people that didn't know the guy were like, "Oh, he's obviously some fucking liberal."
I thought he was a fucking liberal. I was like, dude, stop. Liberals, stop making liberals look so fucking stupid. You got to knock it off. You got to knock it
No,
off.
it's just like the
And then
riots.
then
It's
I went
conservatives
and
that make
looked,
liberals
and I was
look
like,
like,
oh,
you
he's
know.
he's a big Sue Kern fan. He's a big.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good. He
Yep.
was just another fucking retard.
Well,
not.
and
just-
just thinks you are
That-
more important than you actually
I want to be
are.
clear. That's big R retard.
Yeah.
Not little R retard.
Yeah, I used that comment with my brother in texting the other day, and he's like, "Don't ever use that again."
God, I
My
try
bro-
not to use the R word, man.
My brother's retarded.
I'm reclaiming it.
Which is awesome.
So funny. Wow, he's kind of funny, but whatever.
I had a guy. I was like off work one night at the bar, and I was doing some drinking, and we were at the Hammerschlagen table, and a little tussle. This guy fucking like comes barging through and runs into this guy, and then they like a little scuffle breaks out or whatever, and I get between them, and I'm like, listen. You know, and I might have been cooked up too because I was talking. I was pretty chatty. So like I lecture the guy quick, you know, and then I tell the other guy, I'm like, and we don't come barging through here like a, you know, and I use the fucking R word. And the guy's like, hey, he's like, I don't appreciate that. My brother's a retard. And then he stops, and I'm like, see what just happened there? I'm like, you're right. That's an awful word. Sorry I used it, but you know, it's easy. Like sometimes you fuck up, you know. And because I've been, you know, like some of these words that we fucking grew up with are so hard to stop
Well,
saying.
they slip out.
Yes,
you know,
goddamn it.
and again,
And they're ugly. They're ugly.
They are ugly. They're completely ugly, and in the wrong context, they're horrible. But
Yeah.
in the right context, it's just frowned upon.
And if everybody was like right there, like I think about this one all the time. Like if I've got some macho douchebag redneck jerk off or whatever that I'm actually like trying to elicit a response from, like what's the worst thing I can call a guy like that?
Cousin fucker.
No.
That's your
It's
go-to.
a word that starts with F that people use to you know, like.
See, now I hate that word. I hate word faggot because that word is hurtful, and we've had this conversation before. But the word retard used to. It's still an actual
Yes.
word. It means
like retard the development, like, you know, like
well,
that's
like to it means like to push down or whatever. So like if I'm going to use a fire retardant
Yes.
spray, I can that word is not.
I would say
toxic in any
most
way.
times people use it. It's not in a positive way.
No, it's a word that basically means don't be a retard, and I've said this before. It doesn't refer to people who have developmental disabilities anymore. It did refer to people that had developmental disabilities back in the day, but it doesn't refer to them anymore. That's not the word that you use for somebody who has developmental disabilities. And you would never say, I would never, because I'm a decent human being, say to somebody who has developmental disabilities, I would never call them a retard. Unless, of course, they were being retarded. Then, of course, I would, because that would make complete sense, right?
and see
If you're licking the doorknob, then
God.
like for me, I would hope that like any like, you know, like any gay person, any of my gay friends or whatever would, like, if they saw me like call one of these guys, like when I'm trying to get his day under rope, I'm trying to get him to do something, you know, if I say faggot, like I would hope that they would probably be like, yeah, we'll see what he thinks about that. Because to me, it's not really like somebody can call me, like somebody could say that to me. Like it doesn't bother me. Like if somebody does, even if somebody thinks that I'm gay, I'm probably not going to correct them because I
The
don't.
thing
give a
I don't
shit,
like about that word is that word is a word that was never. It's just a word that is.
Well,
Yeah,
demeaning
it's
to
like the
people.
30s, and you're talking about a cigarette.
Well,
or
it's-
whatever.
That's
well,
not a real.
it is
That,
hateful,
that yeah.
Well, it was more in the 80s when AIDS was prevalent. It became such a negative term, and again, faggot, it just isn't. It to me, they are hurtful words. They're hard for us growing up in the 80s and having that be slang. It's hard to get away from them. They slip out. But it's just like the same for the previous generation with my grandmother and maybe the N word or things like that. You give a tilt to the cap, like saying, okay, you're 85 and, saying that, oh, Tiger Woods is a great golfer for a colored boy is not okay. But is it my turn to correct you when I'm 13 and you're 85?
Sure. And I mean, and that's that. The N word is always a good example. Have I ever told you So I don't use that word, but I have used that word. I was probably a decade ago or whatever. I was throwing a couple of guys out of the bar, and I used the A version,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, because I was talking to him and you got to leave, and I use that with the A version. Now I was bouncing by myself. My DJ, DeAndre, God rest his soul. I miss that motherfucker so much. But he realized that I was outside with these guys, and he came out because he always had my back because we were boys. And so I'm talking to those guys, and I'm like, "No, you need to get out of here." Before there's trouble. And I used the word, and they both fucking looked at him because he's black, and he looks at them and he goes, "What are you looking at?" He wasn't talking to me. And I'm like, God damn it, that was the best answer I could have ever fucking come up with. That was amazing. But yeah, the R word, that's one, that one, for some reason, that one is ingrained. Some of these words are easy to stop saying.
That one's a tough one.
That is a tough one,
Because it never meant to be.
It's because you never once in your life used that to describe someone who was mentally handicapped.
Well, my
You
dad
only
was a
used it the way
doctor,
you
so
used
we were taught to respect everybody. Everybody, period. And I remember.
Well, except for all the poor people in your town.
Except that,
Dumb.
and any raffle, buy all the tickets and win. That's it. But you when I moved here, I had zero friends. Zero friends.
You still don't.
I was gonna say
No chance.
And so you'd end up sitting at that table. Why? Well, I wore a football jersey and people picked on them, and and that's just the way things were. You just I was by myself, and I've had a lot of really, 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 really good people from those interactions. One of the managers on our football team in New York was, cerebral palsy, but he kicked field goals, and he was a great guy. And the sacrifices that those families make. That's the thing. Is
for sure.
It's a big deal, but I don't think anybody who uses that word uses it as a derogatory scenario.
No, you're never thinking about. Because if you were thinking about mentally handicapped people when you use that word, you wouldn't say it. You wouldn't use it unless you're one of those guys that's making fun. You're on the campaign trail and you're making fun of a guy with a handicap or whatever while you're during a speech in front of your crowd.
Like a reporter, right?
Yeah, one of those.
So, what are the cops here? No, just groupies.
Nope.
No, just groupies.
So I have a story about the faggot word. Does it? I don't think that lessens it.
Doesn't.
To put the in front of it.
But see, when was the last time you described would you ever call a gay person a faggot?
I would never call anybody that. It really bothers me. That it's a trigger word for me.
Oh, it's a huge trigger word for me
and
too.
Because
Well, see, that's what I count on when I if I were to.
right. So you're using it because you know it is. Right.
Yeah.
But there's no way to use that word in any other way that's not offensive. You can't.
No,
you
absolutely
can't-
not.
There's not a non-offensive way to use that word.
Yeah, exactly.
So in my day job, I work with kids. I work with runaway and homeless youth, and this was quite a few years ago now. But I was supposed to meet up with some kid downtown at like 2:00 in the afternoon on a Sunday, and I had some shit to drop off with him or whatever, and I'm supposed to meet him on such and such a corner, and I'm sitting there, right? And we were talking about this earlier, but back then I had a big old fucking lightsaber vape, you know?
Yes.
And where you take it in and just do big fucking
Dragon
cloud.
smoke.
Yeah, it was nice. and I'm sitting there, and actually I was on my phone, and I was looking on Amazon, and I remember this very specifically. I was looking on Amazon for a little mini bike for my kid, right? And it's 2:00 on a Sunday, downtown Brainerd. So the drunk people are out, and the Sunday day drinkers, they're the funnest crowd. So some dude comes walking up.
You haven't
to me.
lived until you've watched a guy crawl through a fucking crosswalk at 11 o'clock in the morning
On
a
7th Street.
So I'm sitting there waiting for my kid to show up, and this guy comes walking out of the Iron Rail, I believe. No, maybe not the Iron Rail. Back. Might have been like a big.
An
I don't think the Iron Rail existed.
If you're downtown, you've hit them all. So
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I believe it was
Kinda
liquor.
like Step Kids.
I believe it was liquor
If you were
pigs.
if you were in that vicinity, it might have been O'Neary's. You never know.
Could have been. And he's a big guy, Latino, and he comes walking up to me, and he's like, I don't know if I feel offensive when I try to do accents, but he's like, "Hey man, what you got there?" And I was like, I said it's.
It's a horrible.
So I have this.
Can you put a sombrero on when you do that next time, you racist
Yeah.
fuck?
Seriously.
Wait, let me get my flannel. I'm gonna. Okay, so he says, what do you got there? And I was like, oh, it's my lightsaber. I never leave home without it. And it literally like looked like a lightsaber. That's why I bought it. I thought.
Glowed probably too.
Yeah, and he goes, oh, well, give me a hit, man. And I was like, no.
That's not how this works.
I said I don't let anybody else suck on my stick. And he goes, are you calling me a faggot? And I was like, oh my god, I fucking hate that word. and he go, and I'm like, I said, dude, I don't like that word. And he goes, well, let me have a hit on your stick. And I said, I already told you I don't let anybody suck on my stick. And he goes, are you calling me a faggot? And I was like, so then that's it.
Now we're on 2 times.
So I set my lightsaber down.
I feel like YouTube is going to shut us the fuck down.
Yeah,
But the accent is not bad. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I'm telling you, just that is exactly how he sounded.
No, for sure.
So I get up, and I come to his nipple. Like he's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
And I said, I already told you I don't like that word. And I said, and I'm here. I'm going to meet a kid here. I'm supposed to meet a kid here, so I can give him some stuff. And I said, but the problem is when he comes around the corner, he's going to see me bashing your fucking head into the curb, and I'm going to be stomping on the back of your head. And how do you think that's going to make him feel? And I keep walking toward him, and I am off. Like, I'm going to kill the motherfucker now. Like, I'm gone. Like,
Sizing him up,
it happened.
figuring out.
Oh, no.
It's already through your head.
No. I'm curb stomping him.
Yeah.
In my mind, I'm so fucking angry. I keep walking toward him, and he goes, are you a doctor?
No, I'm an
What a
architect.
confusing thing to throw into that.
What?
He diffused it in 2 seconds. He complimented you and made you answer a question. That's how you do it.
Totally disarmed you with that.
Totally.
Are you a doctor?
Well, yes.
And then he fucking hit me, that sneaky son of a bitch.
Oh. No, he,
Next thing I know, I got a
shit.
stick in my mouth.
he decided to go back to the bar.
God damn.
That's crazy.
But I was like, but I thought it was interesting because I was so pissed that I was like trying to explain to him that this was going to be very unhealthy for this youth that I was going to meet, like to watch
thoughtful
me
of you, though.
brutalize him.
Yeah.
on the set.
But I don't think that person, and I don't know, just from how you describe, he would have understood why it happened. I mean, you told him.
I explained it to him.
Yes, but then his next question is are you a doctor?
That's the part that's my favorite part. That is
It's the weirdest thing in the world, right?
So, like,
it's the best
he
part of
would've-
the story.
He would have woke up and been like, I asked for a cigarette from some guy and he beat the hell out.
No,
Like
I wanted to suck on his stick.
But the fact that you were thinking you were mad, but you were thinking about the kid, that's awesome. But I mean it's because you've so.
Are you a doctor?
Over my
gonna use
decades
that
of
one.
working in bars and fighting before that and shit like that, a lot of people don't put any stock. They don't think about that kind of shit when they when violence happens. They're not aware of their surroundings. They don't care about who's around. They don't think about any of these things. But isn't it funny? That's one of those things. I was for the longest time when I was fighting a lot in bars and shit like that, I was I'm never gonna fight anybody in front of their girlfriend. I always had rules about not fighting. Wouldn't fight.
Put her
anybody
in the basement.
Wouldn't fight anybody in front of their girlfriend because I don't want her to see him diminished like that.
Yeah.
Things like that. I don't want to see I don't want to fight in front of this. And I would how many times have I been really fucking mad? But and I'm like, man, I'm gonna knock this guy's fucking teeth out. He's got his kids with him.
Damn it.
Fuck.
And we're at church.
Shit like that. And I know him.
What? So I maybe have told the story before, but I don't usually get road rage. I know. I mean, it's just not a thing.
Me
So
neither.
the other day I was driving. Yeah, right. The other
right.
day I was driving.
You
up-
videotape it and put it on Facebook.
Dude,
I was gonna-
this weekend was tough for me, man.
I was going to do that and tag you in it because I was driving up 371 the other day, and there were literally two vehicles right next to each other driving.
55.
Well, probably
58,
65,
yeah.
but right there. And I'm there, and I checked. I'm like, it's been 8 minutes. Neither one of them have.
Oh,
moved.
wow.
And I was like, I really don't use my phone when I'm I don't text or do anything. But I was like,
No.
is it breaking the rules to
Texas Pass?
no, just to film it and then text or then tag Kyle in the
Get
video
Kyle
on
all
Facebook.
wound up at home. Home rage on road
Where are
rage.
you going, honey? I'm grabbing my keys and running out the door.
I gotta find this.
But
Ramsey County, babe. I'll go anywhere. Take my shit on the road.
Here's $1,000 for bail. I'll be right back.
okay, but this is a long time ago, and I was trying to go get into Mid-Minnesota Credit Union or whatever, and they had some road construction going on. So I ended up going a little ways up a one-way, right? And
Oh, yeah.
did I tell the story?
Yeah.
And this fucking guy in a minivan drove across the parking lot and cut me off and was like, one way, and he was screaming at me.
Dude, which I'm kind of disappointed in you because the only answer to that is, or another.
That would have been a good answer. But I was just like, you fucking prick. So I slammed my car into park and I got out and I started walking over there and I was and his window was down and I was like, dude, I'm going to beat you in front of your wife and children. And he and his wife's eyes just went like that. And he was like,
See, and that's one of the things, it's not like it's never happened, because a guy could get me to kick his ass in front of his girlfriend or whatever. But man, I think I'd rather take a dive if somebody's got their kids right there,
yeah.
Man. I was lucky though, because every time my dad freaked out on somebody, they would, when I was around, which didn't happen very often. My mom, was this soothing, pacifying, wonderful influence on my dad, because he went from being a very violent man to then he gets together with my mom, and then over the years he's just so goddamn kind. Except he did try to pick a fight with Cody at my wedding.
Wow. He doesn't make great choices.
No.
You guys
I'm
are definitely
"God damn,
related."
You're way too old to fight Cody in the bathroom at my wedding.
Everybody's too old to fight Cody.
Right? Exactly. Why would you pick that fucking... I know why he picked that guy.
Because he's the biggest fucking guy in the
Damn
room.
it, right. I used to do that shit
You guys
myself,
are
but I didn't
so
do it when I
related.
was. Oh my god! You don't do that shit when you're 80 years old. You don't pick a fight with a guy like that. Fuck.
Oh my God, crazy fight stories.
Yeah.
We
But
still
I
have to do that
almost
episode.
Never the aggressor.
Baller in Chief
Yes,
wanted
we do.
to.
Yeah. One of these days we're gonna do just an episode about
Where we talk about like
our
our
fight stories.
bar fights. and
You've
shit.
had your ass kicked by a 50-pound dog. It's over.
I did.
It's over.
That was one of the worst fights I've ever been in. Oh, I never finished that.
I've had
though.
my ass kicked by a 150-pound girl. I get a chipped tooth. She works for you.
One of my favorite fight stories of all time is Ron Barron.
and she was 115 pounds.
One of my favorite fight stories
And
of all
12.
time is Ron Barron. This podcast is a shit show. When Ron Barron's was up at whatever, and the
The
fucking
girl-
chick picks him up.
Yeah.
Like she grabbed him and fucking picked him up off, and his little feet are fucking dangling off the ground. Oh, that's hilarious. That's fucking
Crazy.
hilarious. Jesus Christ, where the fuck were we? Oh no, I wanted to
we
finish
were
the
in
thing
politics,
started
but
about the dog.
The wheels
Goddamn
came
dog.
out.
I brought it back full circle.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys get
I-
this shit sorted out while I get a beer.
Jesus Christ. So afterward, I ended up like actually training for dog defense.
You
like,
told me about
I have
that.
a whole like.
Is it
system.
eyes? Is it what I think it is? Eyes, legs? Is that what you go for?
So if the dog comes in, what I want to do is I want to feed them my left arm. So
Yes.
I want
You wanna
them to
get-
bite my
yes.
left arm.
You sacrifice one.
Then you capture. You don't want them to be able to let go of your arm, right? So
you're only gonna take one wound.
Yep. So you capture the back of their head.
Yep.
Right. And now you hold them into your arm. Right.
Yep.
Pull guard.
And you can put a dog out same way, right?
Yeah, but it's pretty tough to. It's tough to choke anybody from your guard.
So what are you
right?
doing? You're
So
gonna-
now
you-
I've got them,
Yep.
right? So I suck them in. Then
Stretch
I
out.
reach down.
Oh.
I pull out my knife that I always have,
Jesus.
right? I know this is sick, dude, but I did it for months. I
Sure.
trained, and then you wanna punch the back of your hand. So that because if you
So you don't stab
you don't
yourself.
want to accidentally stab yourself. So you punch the back of your
And
hand.
it's gonna go in.
That's how you. Yep, and that's it. And I've trained that. Hundreds and hundreds of times, and
You're ready.
I am.
Has it
See, 'cause
happened again?
That hasn't ever happened. I've had
Been close.
probably 5 dogs go after me.
Shut the fuck up,
Oh,
dude.
dude, it
Wait,
happens all the time. Yeah.
What have you done?
It's because I'm afraid, and I don't. So I don't blame the dog. It's always it's typically
always
the
the human.
owner.
Yep.
But people, I'm like, oh, dude, I didn't realize you had a dog. Like, I'm not getting out of the car. And they're like, oh, he's fine. I'm like, yes,
never
of course
fine.
he's fine. But he's also an animal that can sense that I'm afraid of him, and because I'm afraid of him, he doesn't want to trust me. So he's gonna just take a chunk.
And that's like growing up with dogs and shit like that, and like and I've had, like I told you, I've had to fight a couple dogs, but like loving dogs, like being a ridiculous dog person like I am, like I've had people like, oh, that dog's so fucking mean, and I'm like, this guy, like he's like offering me his belly and he's playing and shit, I mean that's like most of my experiences, but yeah, I like it's not like I've ever got bit, like fucking had a black fucking arm.
I didn't
from-
just get bit.
Yeah, you got fucked.
I
No,
got
he
my
got
ass
fucked up.
kicked.
No, he got fucked up. He broke
Well,
his
and
arm.
it's scary because I mean
It
they're
made-
all over the place. Like they're like a fucking like a just a fucking whirlwind of goddamn teeth and
Right.
claws. And
It made me
fucking-
realize that at the time, I was very ill-equipped to deal with that. Like, I'm not afraid of like.
de-escalate, Matt.
Yeah, see, I would have instinctually went for like eyes or leg, and I'd be bit up and
But
all
I didn't
over
even
the-
have a chance. Like I didn't.
And
have
it's
a,
your own dog too,
right.
so you're not
I
trying
didn't
to kill
know.
it.
Well, I would have tried to kill it.
Do you have a collar on? Because like that stuff you were talking about, like that works great because you can do that shit to a dog like without a collar. Because if a dog has a collar on, it's a totally different ball game. But
Well,
if he doesn't
yeah.
have a collar on, then shit's.
If a dog does have a collar on, then you don't necessarily need to kill it because once you fed it your arm, you can
grab
wrap
it and you
wrap
hang
your
it.
hand. Well, no, you wrap your hand in the collar and then you twist down, and it will choke them out. Right? They'll just go completely unconscious. But
or you can snatch that thing up over your head and smash it to the fucking ground.
Well, there's that too. Anyway,
Jesus
why
Christ.
are we like?
Fuck.
I know it's pretty sick that
Retard to gaze to dog killing. God.
I know.
Sometimes
crazy.
you just gotta kill that retarded gay dog.
Yeah, it's funny because I did have a retarded gay dog. Just kidding.
Didn't.
I remember one time I was walking back from the bar with my girlfriend a long time ago, and of course, like a fucking dog comes right out. They go like right at me, and I fucking threw her in front of me.
Shut up.
It's okay. She's safe.
I know.
The dog's gonna go after you. He's just
what-
an obstacle at that point.
What happens if you walk through a kennel? Is it the same thing? I mean, have you tried this? Is there
I
any
haven't.
science to it? I mean, like I would go to a kennel and figure out because maybe it's your misperception.
Well,
also.
I have, and I've had many dogs since then too. And I mean, I had a fucking Irish Wolfhound. He was half Irish Wolfhound, half Border Collie, weird mix, but he was big dog. And I mean, I would.
Irish Wolfhounds are crazy looking, scary
he's-
looking dogs.
They're
all rangy and
he's
fucking
awesome
with their shitlocks.
just
and
awesome
stuff.
dog. But I would fucking grapple with him. We'd go on the ground and I would
Yeah.
like be throwing him around and holding him down and giving him noogies, and he'd be biting me, but with the love, and like that was fine. I was totally fine with that.
To me, it seems like Chico got his eardrum busted, which from what I understand, is pain,
Very painful.
like
yeah.
pain, and so he just went in self.
Yeah, he was
like,
he didn't know it was
he had
me. He
no
was just
idea.
he was just red with rage. Been there.
and blinded with pain.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and so now, you
But
think
it's because
every dog is
I
against you.
I don't think that. I have. I know exactly what it is now. I've been to therapy and everything over. It's
I would have to go to a lot of therapy after.
it's
I'm gonna go to therapy after this episode.
bet
so,
you will.
so I have a trauma. I have a trauma response. So this is typical in like you see it a lot in kids actually, but like let's say somebody as a 4-year-old goes through a very traumatic experience, fill in the blank, right?
Yes.
And they were put in a closet, right? And that was the whatever. And now even as an adult, they don't even really have a real memory of that. But man, if they
Tight spaces.
whenever somebody closes that door behind them, they get this trauma response. They don't even understand what's going on. It's just there. It's not something you can like. It's very, very hard to deprogram. One of the only ways to do it, actually, and I've thought about like trying to do this, is to actually use hallucinogenics to reprogram my brain. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that. Basically, just eat a bunch of mushrooms and roll around with dogs.
I was gonna say, me in a big dog suit,
I'm in.
you taking a bunch of mushrooms.
I'll leave my
You got a
knife.
dog suit? We'll get dog suits.
I'll leave my
This will
knife
be-
at home.
That one's actually the lube.
This is- God, I'm still afraid of dogs, but now I get a boner every time I see furries.
Do you remember the spitballing we did that never got aired?
Oh, shit.
I'm gonna call this one drunk at noon. So
About Donald Trump.
Yeah.
actually, no, I did have one thing to say about him. So, really remarkable turnout in this election.
Unbelievable on both sides, on all party sides.
And how?
Record.
So yeah, so apparently
Good for you, America.
Apparently, Joe Biden got something like what were the numbers? I always get confused with my millions
Almost
of
70
thousands.
million, right around there. Like
If it was a week from
72.
now,
No,
I would
it's like
call my friend in
75.
Nevada.
Oh, did it end
Well,
up at 75?
Trump and-
68.
Trump ended up with I think 71 million.
Okay.
Okay, so that means that Donald Trump got more popular votes than any other
Losing.
previous president.
Yes.
That's fucking crazy.
And losing. Well,
Yeah.
again, but
It's
then
kind of disheartening.
Obama held the record before, 69 million.
Yep.
So 71 million-ish, right, for
which
Trump.
again, it should always go up because population always goes up. So I mean, in general, it's one of those numbers that should always be. It's like cost of living expense. It should go up. It always should go up, every time.
Right.
Sure.
So there are more people, there are more eligible voters,
Yes.
but not But percentages wise, this was huge.
Huge
turnout.
And the thing is when you call the vote, like they say, oh, call the vote always means Democrats come out, but then we realize there's a lot of people that don't vote ever.
There's still a ton of people that didn't vote.
And on the Republican side, don't get off the farm to go vote. You know,
Well,
like,
and-
I mean, not, jeez.
And,
Rocks and cows.
Yeah, but they had their opportunity. There's two things about.
They could have mailed it in, but they wouldn't. do
Yeah,
that.
that's one of the
They
things
say
about
that's
this election.
the only mistake the biggest mistake that Trump made is if he would have embraced the mail-in vote, they think it could have been a lot.
Well, see,
closer.
and that's one of the things with the people that thinks it's some big conspiracy and shit that like are like crying foul and shit.
He
So,
said
like,
it was okay
what
in
are
Florida
all-
and said it was okay in Arizona, but not okay in Pennsylvania, and not okay.
Well, and he votes by mail himself. He
Yes.
did this year. He does every
And the
year.
first, no, he's only voted twice, just so you know,
Okay, so both times was because I know he
for
did-
himself.
I know this year.
Yes, yeah.
So-
When he jerks off, he comes into his own hands and he eats it. So just so you know.
That is not. We're gonna get fact checked on that. It's not actually true.
I don't know about that.
It might be true.
But it's probably easy to fact check though. That's the thing about him. But so
Well, the thing is
So,
he's
like,
got
he
such
does
tiny
it
hands.
himself.
Where would all that cum go?
Like this.
Double.
It's a goblet.
but he like he told everybody, he told his supporters not to vote
do it,
by
yep.
mail. You know.
Yeah, because his whole
So-
plan was to take it into the courts, which is what he's going to do, and he's going to try and discount a lot of mail-in votes, and that's why it's technically not over.
Yeah. Well, you know, not to mention there's still like a lot of overseas military votes and stuff like that to be counted and whatnot. You know, but
Which-
not enough that are actually going to make.
Yes,
difference,
and that's the thing is once they're counted and then the difference isn't made, then the fight's over. You would think.
No.
So one thing that so I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. Say that every time. But one I've been listening to is called "How to Save a Planet."
Okay.
It's with the guy that started Freakonomics.
Yes.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. But they're really, really trying to be positive about stuff. Like they're trying to like. They're not just all doom and gloom. They're saying like what can we actually do? Like how solution. They're trying to be solution oriented. I think they're doing a good job. But one of the things they took on was like how much difference does it make? Like what can Biden actually do? Even if in this case we don't have a Congress that's favorable to him. Like how important is a president? And they were saying on this that 4 years ago we would have said not that much. I mean there's not that much that they're not that powerful. Trump fucking proved that wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like pulling out of the Paris Climate Accord, like just all of the
I
Taking
think
that
embracing-
upper decker in the Oval Office bathroom yesterday.
and embracing climate denial.
They'll never figure this out. Fuck those guys.
I think what Biden will be able to do is to ostracize the right by not helping with coronavirus. Like, if you try to bring everybody together in a nonpartisan way and you choose not to be a part of that group, there's going to be a very easy way to point that out. Like, we're doing something for the common good. And maybe this isn't about, free money like everybody says, oh, what do I just quit my job now and they just start sending me money? No, this is about being prepared, making sure that nurses aren't wearing N95 masks for 30 days. This is,
yeah.
I mean, like all those things. And if you don't support what's better for the Commonwealth, then you're an asshole. This isn't about, let's give Jim $400. This is about, we're doing studies, and what he's doing right now is so smart, is setting up a bipartisan committee on coronavirus and saying, let's start now. Yes, I'm an elect, but we can still talk about this.
Right.
And let's move forward. What do we need to do to change it? Well, Trump is golfing. I mean, and then again in front of a concrete business at 8 this morning.
I just love that. I just love it.
So good.
Glad to see you guys are on top of shit. You can't even go to the fuck.
But so But so I think what Biden will do is again, he doesn't see red or blue. He sees the United States of America. And I think there's a lot to be said about that because he's trying to heal.
Right.
He's trying to heal. And so that we can all start talking about the issues that are affecting all of us. And if the right doesn't think that coronavirus is affecting them, come to Brainerd.
Yeah.
Come to Brainerd.
Goddamn right.
Come to Brainerd because it is. And it's affecting your kids. It's affecting your businesses. Somebody said, "Oh God, I hope that Biden, will help us keep our businesses open." PJ, and I just said, "I'm worried about coronavirus.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Biden.
Well,
I'm not worried about Trump even.
Sure.
I was worried about Corona."
And you made that good post on Facebook and stuff the other day, which is also something that I wanted to give you a nod for. So, obviously this area is very red. It's a very conservative area. But you on your personal, Facebook page and stuff, still, voice your opinions and stuff, which is, it's actually a braver stand than one would think for a business owner. Because you think everybody would just be a grown up and be like, oh, well, that's his opinion, but I still go there because I like the food and stuff, But I have seen over and fucking over so many times, people subtly threatening to take their business elsewhere and shit.
Yep.
Oh, well, blah, blah, blah. As a business owner, people trying to tell you, as a business owner, you shouldn't have a fucking opinion on stuff.
I try to be very, just again, and it's not, to me, it's not liberal. And I don't think I'm very conservative in a lot of ways, but it's shit that I can't stand for. A president acting the way I can't. Racism, I just can't. And so if you want to disagree with me on social core issues and take your business elsewhere, that hurts my feelings a little bit, and I'm sorry, but I will welcome you back with open arms. I do not lose people over political. I'm not really political. This is for social rights.
Right.
It's for human rights. And if people think this is about who's running the government, I honestly, Joe Biden, great. It's a great change from what we had. Is it the best change? We could debate that for the rest of our lives, but
we could easily debate it for the rest of his life.
Yes, yes, we could. So, and are there better options? Are there better government? That's up to us to decide. But when you see people saying things publicly that are false, that affect our democracy, that affect how people view racism, I'm gonna say something. And if I lose business,
so be it.
So be it. And if it puts me out of business, I've had a lot of family members say, you might not wanna. Yeah, well, guess how many family members told anybody who was an activist, that
Sure, absolutely.
This probably isn't going to work out too good for you. Yeah, well,
just keep moving, Rosa.
Yeah,
Go
exactly.
to the back of the bus.
And not I'm an activist, but I mean, I think I have a platform on my personal page.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that people will. There's enough people to where it gets out there, and there's enough people who support it that gets the message, and there are facts out there. Maybe sometimes I get it wrong. Maybe a majority of the time I get it wrong. But the whole idea is that we treat each other right. Period.
So we've talked about this on the podcast before, but I keep bringing it back because I think it's a super important point. But I loved Braveheart. Shut your fucking mouth. I loved Braveheart. And there was this part in Braveheart where the Bruce is going to his dad and he's saying, I love this fucking William Wallace guy. This William Wallace guy is out there and he's fighting the good fight. And the dad says, yeah, but he can because he has nothing to lose. An uncompromising man can be uncompromising.
Yes.
And that's wonderful, and you want to follow it. But when you have skin in the game, it's a lot harder to make a stand. And then again, in the end of Braveheart, fictional movie, then the Bruce, fucking charges the British.
Yes.
And whatever. And I think that the point is, and I think it's an important one, is that of course, if you don't have anything to lose, and I'm in that position, I got dick, man, and that's fine. I love not having dick. Well, I love dick, whatever. But
just not in your mouth.
You do love the dick.
Or
we all know
anybody
that about
else's
you.
mouth.
Both hands. But having not having anything to lose puts you in a position where you really can just put yourself out there and it just doesn't matter. But when you do have something to lose, and when you are building a business, and when you are doing all this, it's much more difficult to say, yeah, but this is right. This is right.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to like still say it's right, even though that might have some consequences for me. And I admire that about you, and I think it's.
And I have a great belief that, and it may be naive, but if you just know me, that all that goes out the window.
You're not some fucking you're not
Like, if you just know me as a person, that if I'm saying something, maybe you agree with it, maybe you don't, but it's not what I talk about. It's not, I don't sit around and talk about this all day.
Right.
No, I knew you for a long time before I fucking knew like anything about your politics or anything like that. Like it's not like hey, welcome to the 218.
It's not what we do. It's not what I do. And in general,
I changed the shit on the recipe. You want the Biden fries?
Yeah.
You want the goddamn? You know, like,
but if the climate gets turned up to where the boiling
freedom fries.
freedom fries.
you want the AOC special?
French fries. Freedom fries.
I thought that was the weirdest time period ever.
Yep.
Like, I thought the 2000 election, like fucking crazy. Well, we actually were talking a little bit beforehand, but so I found out that that my second wife was pregnant with Peyton.
Yep.
On 9/11.
9/11.
And
Quit smoking that day.
That was the year that I had full-heartedly put my support behind the Green Party, and I was a Nader Raider, and
28% of the popular vote he got, right?
yeah,
right?
I think 16, but maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
But regardless, and it was the difference between Gore and
Bush.
Gore landslide, and Bush.
Yeah,
Florida,
Florida.
essentially stealing the elections over there.
Fucking thank you, Dade County.
Yeah.
And I get and goddamn, I would have taken Bush.
It's crazy to think
In a
about. Like I
fucking
mentioned,
heartbeat.
like Mitt Romney, and back like when Mitt Romney like won the nomination for the Republican Party, I was like, this would be the worst thing that ever happened to us. And now Mitt Romney would
Is like
respond to that.
the actual
"You still
voice
think
of
about that?"
reason.
But we're not done with this guy. You guys know that. We're not done
No.
with Trump. by a
Yeah,
long
he's still
shot.
like he can
Well,
still
and he
raise
can-
an army.
and he can run again. And so and he can run again and split a party. Yeah, he can. Yeah,
Okay.
he can. He could do the Nader thing.
Sure, he could.
Yeah.
But we're talking about he's 74, 75, 76, 77,
Well, and
pretty fucking tough.
the ridiculous, embarrassing
He
shit that
ate-
he's
he
done
ate-
like over the last few days does not hurt him with his base.
The Rona
'Cause
didn't
they
even
don't
hurt him,
care.
dude. He could take your 50-pound dog.
Jesus Christ. Georgia Secchi, if you start giving me shit about this fucking dog, I'm going down to wherever fucking Republican ass state you're in.
And we're killing this dog.
I gotta pee.
Go pee, fuck it.
All right. I thought this might be a good time to take a break.
All right, fine. Let's take a break.
Yeah, I already took my headphones off because
I'm gonna actually make some
notes.
notes while we take a break because I have some more shit to talk about. Fucking-
Might have to edit some of that out.
Welcome back to Spitballing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt Taylor here with my good buddy,
Thank God.
You're
Kyle
welcome.
Levinson.
here with PJ Severson. This is also known as the shit show.
Here's the rules. Come on.
Shitballing.
So
Election edition.
Meta and Katie we're gonna take over the spitballing and do it, but they're gonna call it ball spitting. They said, okay. So I had a really interesting conversation with one of my students the other day, and he's a fucking state trooper.
Okay.
And we were talking about, I was just like, hey, like, how seriously are you guys like taking all of this, And he's like, very, very fucking seriously. Like, they think that the possibility of like, serious civil unrest is, pretty, like up there. But I was like, he was down in Minneapolis during the Black Lives Matters protest, and he was like, it was fucking crazy. It was really crazy, and you have all these angry people, and and like there's the looters and all of that. He's like, but what we're really worried about is
the other side.
Because he's like, they outgun us.
The thing is, as much as like people watch the news and they're afraid of protesters, but for years the FBI has been telling us that the most like clear and present danger to us, more so than like Muslim extremists and stuff, the most clear and present danger to our society is right-wing terrorism, like the fucking homegrown right-wing terrorism.
Yeah,
and it's happened. Like it pops up in the news, like the Michigan militia guys that were like plotting to fucking.
Well, there was the whole Oklahoma City,
Timothy
Ruby
McVeigh
Ridge,
and shit. You like
David Koresh,
all that shit.
stuff.
Like fucking like you've got a bunch of ridiculous, and people just refuse to believe it. They're in fucking denial. So when your president is like down with that shit, and he's like got the who the fuck are those like silly ass
the Proud Boys?
Yeah, those pussies. So like when he's telling them to like stand by and shit, like fuck those guys. I've been waiting for I've been happy that it hasn't gotten crazy yet, and I don't want it to. But just in case, like those guys are going to get their like. Well, the thing I know that you think like you don't have a lot of faith in the process or whatever, but I fucking promise you that once those guys pop off,
drones,
they think that the fucking federal government, they think that all like the rest of the guys like in the government and shit, like the soldiers and everything, are gonna fucking like be with them or whatever. No. You're going to fucking pop off and you're going to get your shit pushed in by the fucking FBI and the ATF and the fucking,
and yet,
whatever. Like,
they do it before they even move. That's the thing is there's people in those groups that are there to be silent. They're not there gathering information anymore. They're there to just be a part of it. And it's like the best depiction of it is in Django Unchained. And when Don Johnson is leading them all down to the carriage, and have you seen the movie?
Great fucking movie.
Awesome movie. And so then they're all wearing the KKK hats and this and that, and then they realize that they're not there. They don't realize they're about to be ambushed, but the intelligence level leads them to start talking about whose wife made the masks. And so to get those people to stay in a straight line and say, okay, this is what we're for is fine. But at the end of the day, when they're there to take the test or put the test up, they don't have the capability to think out of a fish tank. So
I agree that like the problem is that when you have like whack job right-wing, radicals, like I'm just talking about a number of guns here. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing is that like there are some armed libs, right? I mean, count myself among them. But there are very few unarmed.
Oh, by comparison.
Oh my God, we're so outgunned.
But
like,
see, the thing
we
that,
don't want civil war.
Like for my area and stuff, like I look at these people and I see them, and Lord, like growing up around here, like I've got a lot of these people on my Facebook and shit, and like I don't worry about the blowhards that are like, I can't fucking wait. Like, I can't wait for the Civil War shit. I don't worry about those guys.
Who are they fighting?
I worry more about the guys that like don't say shit. Just like any fucking like,
agreed 100%. But I mean, those people, like, who are they fighting? Who do they think they're going to fight? That's what I don't understand. Are they going to shoot the drones out of the sky? Are they fighting me? Like, who are they fighting?
I think it's like the protesters. Like, I think it's going to be, well, I don't know what I don't know.
They're going to go house bang and clear every house in America?
No,
it's going to
be when you have Black Lives Matters protesters, then you're going to have like fucking like the anti-protesters.
And then it's going to stop immediately.
Violence.
And then it's going to stop.
Not only are these like, not only are they typically like not quite as smart as like average people,
See, I
Like
don't
the
even know if
courage
that's
thing
true.
doesn't really like they're not like standing up for your rights and stuff like that. Like
I'm not
civil
worried
rights
about
leaders
these
and
people.
shit are
Are you
courageous.
guys worried about these people?
No.
I'm not worried about them at all.
But I'm telling you why I'm not worried about them, because they're not like the courageous sort. They're the kind of bully sort.
I'm worried about right wing radicals.
I'm worried that they might do something like a McVeigh or
The
something.
fucking retards
Yes.
that were gonna go capture the fucking.
Yes, I'm worried about
Whatever.
that. Like solitary, but civil war. I mean, come on.
Not civil war.
I mean,
civil unrest though.
Civil unrest, yes, but I mean, even if you go back to
These are the same people that fucking cry about getting Facebook bans
Sure.
all the
Okay,
time.
listen.
But
They're
there
not
was
fucking like they don't
back in
have the goddamn
when it
they don't
was
have
the Civil
spine
War.
for
There was the
for Civil
Mason-Dixon
War.
line. There was an obvious divide.
There was, but during the Civil War, we were not as divided as we are today.
No, but there was at least a territory divide.
There was a geographical difference.
Yes.
And actually, I think that's what makes today's
That's
situation
That's your
scarier.
Missouri and
scarier.
Kansas.
But
Right.
also the
Right.
easier to put out. I mean, would you rather put
I
out a
don't know.
forest fire or a pan fire? You know, and the pan fires are easier to put out.
I don't know.
I honestly
I am worried about the idea that today, like in the Civil War, there was a division in the country, pro-slavery, anti-slavery, but there were definitely many people in the North that were like cool with slavery, and there were many people in the South that weren't. Most of them were slaves, but they. Today, the division seems like it's more than, like I believe I listened to somebody that was smarter than me saying that the division today is deeper than it even was during the Civil War.
I feel like that's
But
on
the
a social
thing
media
is,
level.
It's all the social media.
Because you know what? Like when I walk out my door, I like my neighbors.
The Civil War, they're going to have to shoot unarmed people.
The reason
That's the thing.
The reason
It's
you like your neighbors though is because you don't know their fucking inner thoughts, right? That's the problem with the way our social media works today.
I thought you bugged your neighbor's house.
I was gonna say I do know my neighbors
so
because they've all seen me naked.
I run up against this
and
all
I've
the
seen
time
them too.
because I train with a shit pile of people that come from all sorts of different backgrounds and have all sorts of different beliefs, and I love them all. Like we're it's like a band of brothers and sisters. And then, but I just try to gloss over anything that they post on Facebook because when I'm just gonna throw out a fake name of Fred, right? And I'm rolling with Fred, and I like Fred, and Fred's a fucking cool guy, and then I see him fucking spitting fucking vitriol on Facebook, and I'm like, fuck you, Fred, I'm gonna fucking choke the shit out of you next time I see you.
Why you gotta talk about Corey like that?
and it's like, right? I don't want to know your fucking wrong-minded beliefs. Please just shut the fuck up. And yet I'm victim of that on the other side. Like, I'm sure he doesn't want to know I'm a fucking whack job libtard, right?
Here's the thing.
And Fred's thinking, fuck it, and yet I am sitting spewing fucking like
Well,
libtard
we all can't be
vitriol.
the smartest person in the room. That's
Well, I'm never the smartest person. in
Well,
the room.
here's the thing, and this, as much as I always try to keep myself in check, I consider myself a man of average intelligence. The reason,
Generous.
one of the many reasons, and the right is always giving us reasons for believing that we are the ones that are in the right. Here's the thing. They don't like smart people. And whether or not we consider ourselves smart people, we at least like to listen to smart people. Now, on the other side of things, they can't envision or imagine people being smarter than themselves. That's why they think that they know better about things that happen to be these people's expertise. So what we do is listen to experts and trust smart people and put our faith in the people that actually have experience and knowledge in these areas and stuff, whereas they will go with whatever feels right and seems to fit in with their
narrative.
I wasn't going to use it because I hate that fucking word. You guys know I hate that word. But like, so like when you look at those things, you can analyze those things any fucking way. And as long as you're just not going off like gut instinct or whatever the fuck, that's why one side is more believable and more credible than the other side. Don't you think?
I don't know. In Rwanda,
because they don't have experts.
Smart people either. And that didn't go that well for the Tutsi.
No, it did not. No, it did not. No, it did not. But again, when you start committing genocide, that's a whole different ballgame. We're talking about civil unrest over political views and civil war over political ideals, civil war over welfare, civil war over taxes, civil war over... And to me, that just does not compute. And it doesn't compute in the whole world scheme. Anywhere where you see all of this civil unrest, it's not in a free world. They will have to shoot unarmed people. And for the friends that I have in the military,
who will?
The militia type, the
Right,
ones who want to overthrow, because I'll be out there and I won't have a gun. Right. I'm not bringing a gun to that fight. I'm not.
What do you?
Just not. I think
you're so fucking East Coast.
Yes, and I also think that you don't have the balls.
Just like a wop.
And you don't have the Jesus Christ, we're going deep. You don't have the balls.
Into a gunfight.
How many slurs can we like throw out in one episode?
The day that somebody comes to my house.
That was for you, Corey. I don't know if you watched.
The day that somebody comes to my house and affects my life in that way. Again, we're talking like Red Dawn shit. You know what I mean? Like, running through the woods and like, it's not real. That's not real. That's not happening in our lifetime. It's not happening. There are drones. It's over in 2 seconds.
So, right. I hear what you're saying. So what you're saying is
it's got to be all about the government, because in this country, like, the government will, like, just like all these people, like,
they're the trump card.
Even the bad argument about like gun rights, which there's another whole thing like the way this exactly, and the way this election all fell and shit, like, oh, so we don't have a memorandum, like, we don't have this fucking like like, we don't have control, like the Democrats don't have control of fucking like everything right now. Great. That means that like my Second Amendment rights, and I don't like to I don't even like to refer to it that way, because it's not about the Second Amendment. I don't care about that shit. Like, but like the fact that like the Democrats don't control everything means that those Second Amendment rights, that the right is so worried about preserving, are safe, or a lot safer than they were if like we had Democrat control of everything.
Two of my best friends are military and great guys, Republican, and we had a pool party this year, just the three of us, just hanging out, drinking some beers, and obviously,
when you say pool party, it sounds a lot cooler than you hanging out with two other dudes.
That's all it is. It really is all it is, and it's not even that cool. But at the end of the day, as with any conversation that I have with anybody on the opposite side, I want to know how do we shrink the area, right?
Right.
So I look at them and I say, okay, I don't deserve a handgun for so many reasons. I'm careless. I drink every day. You know what I mean? I don't have the proper training.
Right. I love drugs. I love hookers.
Yes, and
there's bodies buried in my backyard.
And I believe that you should be able to have a handgun, but I don't think I should, for a lot of reasons.
I agree 100%.
You know what I mean? And so, how do we bridge that gap? What is too much for somebody to ask for you to get a handgun? And I said to them, is a psychological eval every time that you want to buy another handgun, or every 7 years, or if you get a divorce, or if
solid point.
If you have a major change in your life, your income, anything, and is that too much to ask? And they both said no. And I said, see, now we're getting closer,
right?
Because even though I can get a gun, I won't, because I don't deserve one. I don't deserve the people who deserve guns are like my buddies who, when you hand them one, and you two may be in that facility, I have no idea. They are completely confident with what's in their hand.
Right. You hand them a gun. They
bang,
clear it.
They know. Yes.
Well, see, that was like a, because I'm not, like, I don't think that like as a 9-year-old you should be able to own like a handgun or whatever.
9 seems reasonable.
But like, people are like, I think a lot of people are surprised because of I am for reasonable gun legislation. Because I grew up like so gun, but like I wasn't even allowed to point toy guns at other people and shit growing up. My fucking, like I grew up around guns, like hella guns, like
but the odds of suicide going
like,
up in a household with guns
100%
increase. The odds of
you win.
The
like,
odds of domestic.
If you have the fucking stones to put that thing in your mouth and
the odds of domestic
win.
violence going up increases. The odds of fearing the person who owns the guns in the house and that person not saying anything all goes up, which creates this. So again, if the guns aren't there for hunting and they're there for protection, they're also there to diminish the people in the household in some way, shape, or form. In a drunken argument, now I have a pistol in my hand. My kid just picked it up because we're sleeping late. And
I don't know if I buy
those
into
are
that.
you don't have to buy it; they're facts.
Well, no, you just said that like the guns are there to like diminish like somebody else in the household.
They can be though. They can be. I mean,
can be. Of
yeah,
course,
for sure.
Like,
But if the
so
gun
can a baseball bat. But like,
agreed. But a gun is very terminal.
For sure.
Very terminal.
I was just saying, like in my household and stuff, like I lock the guns away from the people that have not grown up around
there
firearms.
You go. And so those are rules that we can have. Like, okay, so you do have, how many handguns do you have? You have 3. Okay, you need to have this safe with this in there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just society protection. And people who are smart enough to say, you know what? Okay, if the U.S. government makes this safe and they come and install it, and they say, this is what you need, is that too much to ask? Oh, yeah, now they're tracking me. Okay, well, all right. I'm sorry. My dad's a pediatrician. We were raised not to get on dirt bikes, not to get on 3-wheelers, not to play with guns, not to use chainsaws.
Oh, you guys were pussies?
Very much so. Very much so.
Right?
Very
How the
much
fuck
so.
did you wind up in
the
Brainerd?
toughest pussies you've ever seen?
Yeah, because
we're like birthing.
You know what you got to
pussies.
do even out east. Sometimes you got to fucking throw fists.
Well, actually, yeah. So, I saw something a while ago, but talking about pussies, using that as a pejorative.
It's not.
And it's like,
Yeah.
what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like the most, like a thing that can fucking
Stretch
get
and come
this
right back.
goddamn big and then
Yep.
be as,
as tight as you want it to be. All depends on your workout
and
structure.
create life.
Yes. But so I guess for me, like all I was saying is I don't deserve a gun. I don't have the training, and in a hand-to-hand combat way, not hunting, a personal firearm. We're talking about a Glock 40. We're talking about a hand cannon, a killing machine. I do not deserve to have that.
just keep saying gun names that don't exist. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I'm good at it. I'm really good at it.
I just wish
A
that you would,
Glock 40 is not a thing.
No,
I just wish that you
this
go
is
like
so confusing. A Glock 40 caliber is a Glock 23. For what reason? Pff, who the fuck knows?
Yeah, but a
go
Glock
ahead.
43, usually a 9mm.
But like
Right.
my buddy handed me one, and I could fit my pinky in the end of it. Big gun, right? Had the laser on it, and when it's in my hands, I feel powerful, but I also feel out of control.
So
See, I don't get that feeling like when it's not a weird thing. Like when I hold my AR or anything like that, I don't feel any different. But that might be because like it's so fucking like
familiar, right?
yeah, like BB gun when I was really little, then a 22, and
Yeah.
then this progression, and like I said, not even being allowed to fucking point a toy gun at another.
So when I was like 6, 7 years old on the farm, like it was totally acceptable for me to go in the house, get the 22 pistol, go out, set up the cans, shoot them all by myself, nobody around. No
after a certain point,
That's fine.
Oh,
we're talking
for
about,
sure.
We're talking
but
about
6 or 7 years old. I had enough training at that point. And I'm not even saying like anybody should be able to do that, but I was comfortable doing that, and my parents ish were comfortable with me doing. But I get what you're saying about the psychological eval. So I've had my license to carry for fucking almost 20 years now. Actually, a little more than 20
There
years.
were probably points you shouldn't have had it.
100%.
100%.
After my first divorce,
Shouldn't have had it.
I got to the point where I went to Tharg, right? This is
Hang
I
on
think
to
I
my
may
guns.
have,
Yeah,
I think may have
totally
said this
before.
before, but this is the mark of a true friend. I walked into Tharg's office. He owned the sword shop right next door to the Eclectic
remember
at the
that.
time. I walked in and I took my gun out and I said, I need you to hold on to this for a minute. And he said, okay. And he fucking opened up his drawer.
Say no
he
more,
stuck his
fam.
drug in the drawer, and he locked his fucking drawer. And that was it.
I would have liked to hear you say he released the clip, opened the magazine, hit it 4 times, then put it in his drawer. That's what I would have loved to
Okay.
hear you say.
Well-
you see what I'm saying? And that's the difference
It was
for
a
me.
it was a revolver,
Oh,
so he knew. So it doesn't matter.
Yes.
But regardless, there was no questions asked.
Sure.
He wasn't like,
Take it.
"Why do I need to hold on
Yep.
to this? Did you shoot somebody last night? Do we need to bury a body?" Nope. Just like
do you guys
understandable. Put it
honestly,
in the drawer, and then whatever.
just for me to know you
But-
better, do you guys honestly think you'll ever have to use them?
God, no.
I hope not.
No.
I hope not.
Yeah, my
But you-
20,
But like
my deer rifle and my 22 when I'm like hunting and
Yes.
fucking
yeah,
like
no.
other than
I'm
that,
talking
no.
about.
But-
I'm talking about sidearm.
so during that time period, like this was quite a long time ago, 20-ish some years ago, downtown Brainerd. Like I owned a restaurant or I owned a coffee shop that like we closed at 1 o'clock in the morning. Like it made sense for me to be carrying a handgun, like whatever. But you're right. Like having a handgun on me did change all conversations to like, yeah, but I could just shoot you in the fucking face.
Yes, that's
Right?
Yes,
Like
it's the end all.
I do have the power to just shoot you in the fucking face. So
I have to reserve the ability not to use it.
right. I didn't like that feeling.
No.
And after that time period, I have almost never carried a handgun other than like going out and shooting. Like I like having my license to carry because if I want to go out and shoot, I can just like whatever. But and then there have been a few circumstances where it made sense where I felt like I needed to like I carried there were a couple of times where I've carried a handgun for a short period of time because there was an incident going on where I was like, it's a possibility that shit could come up, and so I'll carry a handgun. And then when COVID started, I actually like armored up for, because I was like, I don't know, this is the time period where there's no fucking toilet paper in the fucking, and I was just like, you know what, it's not a big deal. I have my license to carry. It's better to have it, not need it. But other than that, I almost never carry it. I don't like the way it makes me feel.
No.
But I enjoy
Shooting.
shooting
That's-
a lot.
There you go.
I become a fucking BB gun fanatic. And
What if your guns had to be held in, and not all guns, but some guns, had to be held in a locker that was by a shooting range, and that you were allowed to take them out whenever you wanted to, but you had to check
Yeah.
them out. You had to go in and what are you doing? Oh, I want my AR and I want my whatever it is, my Glock 40, which doesn't exist. And that's what I
Not a
want.
real gun.
And then they say, okay, well, where are you going? Well, I'm going to go do this and do that. That's too much. So
I want my Desert Eagle 7070.
yes, which I think we make parts for that somewhere.
Not a real thing.
It isn't.
No.
But a Desert Eagle is.
Desert Eagle's a real
But I
thing.
think we make parts for that gun somewhere here in the Brainerd area.
I don't know.
I think Bob Lee works at that.
That was
place
a burp.
where they make the weight. But anyways, I just think that more harm comes than good comes from guns. Period. There's no disputing that fact.
No, that would be a tough case to make, that like they do more good than
So
Unless
and the
of course you're
opportunity
talking
for
about like,
harm.
human nature and like who's like
and
like
the
how many bad
opportunity
people
for
are out there and
harm
shit, but-
is an exponentially increased, as if you and I are sitting here and we have a conversation, and in that conversation, and this is hypothetical, I had sex with your girlfriend, and then we throw a gun on the table. right? No.
Did I ask you to?
Yeah. Is it lubed up?
Did you?
I was gonna say it's me we're talking about.
Was I in?
It might have been my idea.
Yeah, I just think that I know a lot of people who own guns that shouldn't, and if
How often was the word "cuck" used?
hold on.
Did anybody ask me if I like that?
But no, but I'm for I'm for people owning guns. I'm for people like me not having access.
I am 100% for you not having
That's
access.
Yes.
But like,
Though I
know,
do think like
there are a lot of people out there and shit. You know, like when I first started noticing people like calling for civil war and stuff. You know, like because I've had people, and actually this guy is like still a friend of mine on Facebook, and I don't know why. But he was like, yeah, I can't fucking wait. Blah, 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 blah. You know, he's talking about like civil war and like killing liberals and shit. And he was talking about this like on Facebook and stuff. And I'm like, start here, bitch.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know. Like, I think he respected that because like, it's also like when people say that, it's almost always the same guy that can be running his mouth like in the bar or something. And you're like, begin with me. Like the guy, it was like the hockey guy. Mm-hmm. You know, like that fucking guy just running his mouth. Mm-hmm. And all you have to say is like,
all right,
proceed.
You go ahead and start,
like,
and I'll catch up.
Some point,
and like usually like those loudmouths, they fucking just go away.
They do, but at some point in society, bravado shouldn't lead the right. You know, like
you're right.
Like,
yeah.
you know, like intelligence and diplomacy and negotiation. And
well, yeah.
What is
and
this
why
fucking
and why does a guy
world
like,
you're speaking of? I have no idea. What
and
you're
why
talking
does a
about.
guy like me have to own like weapons that are
don't
not
have to.
for hunting?
You
and
don't
shit?
have to.
I feel like
It's
do.
a choice. You don't.
It
have
is a
to.
choice.
You don't
but
have
like
to.
the reason that I do, I mean, like when I was living in your guest house back in the day.
Oh yeah.
I had
you.
a friend. I had a friend get a hold of me, and this shit happens all the time. And sometimes and over the years, like I've had girlfriends that hated this shit and they thought it was stupid. A lot of them, really. But like I had like a friend of ours, the guy that we all know, a guy that's actually been a guest on the show, got a hold of me and he's like, hey, his girlfriend's like ex-boyfriend or whatever was like crazy, and he's like, what do I even do? He's like, this isn't what I like. I don't fucking get myself involved in this shit. He's like, but this guy's like threatening me and shit. And I'm like, say no more, fam. I'm like, fucking what? If he threatens you, like if you think that like he's actually gonna show up, like fucking give me a call, whatever. She hated that stuff, you know, like the girl that I was seeing at the time hated that shit. Girl that I was seeing before her hated that shit. Me, I like that shit. It makes me feel good. You know, I love that fucking like if somebody has a problem with some crazy person or whatever, and they need some like help. They need like.
But when has that been really the help? It's the idea that it could help, but it's never been the help. If you think about it, if you analyze it and you go down, the idea of the help makes everybody feel better, but it's never the help.
Are we talking about guns still?
You know what?
Yes.
You were absolutely right.
It's a security
because
blanket.
like he could have called the police too.
But your guns did nothing.
Yeah.
You could just
Well, and it wasn't about guns. It was about that like beating
whatever.
this guy's ass.
But
basically.
just the thought
like,
that like, hey,
But I just feel like it takes it to a different level at a certain point. You know, like
it might squash something. It may.
well, no. I would never be the first one to produce a firearm.
Yes.
you know,
No.
I don't even
would hope-
I don't even carry I don't carry a gun on me because I can fight.
just to protect your house.
But, like,
Just to
fucking-
protect your house. Yeah.
yeah. Well,
So
you know,
I think having a gun is a lot like, well, it's like anything, but so I always go back to martial arts, but like even having the ability to protect yourself is a responsibility.
Yes.
And there's a responsibility involved in that. So like I have the ability to protect myself
In multiple ways.
in multiple ways. And the gun is the
Unless it's a 50-pound dog.
fucking goddamn Rico. Suave. It's the last of the last resort.
Yes.
Right. And I'm not that attached to my gun. I've said over and over again, I'm more than willing to give up my guns if we can resolve the issue of school shootings.
one less school shooting. I'm in.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Do you
Take my
guys
fucking
think
AR, like,
that if I unloaded all of your guns in your house, so we know there's no ammo, right? That if I decided to come in your house that you could get the drop on me?
The likelihood of me, if like there was an intruder in my house,
No,
of
yeah.
me
Do you
using
think
my
you could get the-
gun
yeah.
is so low. Like I have
exactly.
to go.
I'm not
So
gonna lie.
what's-
I would have
I
to-
sleep so fucking sound.
So what's the
like you're
point
always
then?
gonna
That's what
if
I'm
you show up
saying.
at fucking 4 a.m, you're always gonna
And
get
you're
the
like,
drop on me.
"Are you
could
cuddling
fucking
me?"
like no, you could have a fucking marching band like backing you up and fucking you're
Yes.
gonna get
My
the drop
stick
on
will
me.
be in your mouth.
Right. But I have to. But like,
Orale home, Santa Town, ese.
I have a funny story. So early in COVID, I decided to like armor up, right? To go out and get some ammo and whatever. And at the time, I was living at Meadows. I'm living at Meadows as well. But I didn't have any guns there. I had all my guns at my shop. And so I'm like, all right, it's time to bring some guns to the house or whatever. So I got a really nice lockbox for one gun, and I put the gun in there, and I made the code for the lockbox.
Forgot it.
Right? And I was like, I need a 4-digit code and a number, and the lock was fucking weird, and I whatever. So the code is cunt1, right? And I can't get the fucking thing open. Like I'm
Or
like,
was it one cunt?
no, because it's the last one is it's the last. All those are letters. The last one's a number. And I was like, how do you fuck up cunt one? It's cunt one. Now I'm gonna have to. So like, if you break into my house at 4 o'clock in the morning, sanitizer, I'm gonna be like, I could beat you to death with my fucking gun safe, right? But there's zero chance I'm shooting you
Yes.
because cunt one doesn't work. Apparently, I
So
fucked
then
that
the
up.
question is what's it for? Then it's more of a danger.
Well, it's certainly not a danger because
if you know it cancels out.
you can't get it open. It ain't a danger.
No, but yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
yeah,
I mean,
so
unless you
they're in
bring
there
an
forever.
angle grinder, which I'm fresh out of.
Yeah, I owe you one.
Oh, you absolutely do not. Yeah.
I
So-
just Well, what is it? The 20-foot rule? Is it? Is that a real rule that like within 20 feet,
It's
a
pretty
fi-
tough to
a
shoot
firearm
somebody.
has no
Not much.
like 20 feet, and so then go back to previous
Like-
podcasts and you look at somebody like Brock who deals with de-escalation and and then also submission.
Right.
And the
So
Russian.
if-
What
so
is it? The Russian
Russian tie.
Yeah.
So
Russian tie,
if Brock was 20 feet away from me
You're done.
and I had a gun and we said go, so it's like Old West quick draw.
God,
right?
you gotta fucking try to empty that thing.
Oh,
in.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
Just shoot
empty
it.
gotta shoot
Just
his
shoot
speed
as
off.
many fucking times as you can. Because even if you hit that fucking guy a couple times,
He's still coming.
still going to kill you.
For at least 7 to 10 seconds, he's gonna.
Which is plenty of time.
God, yes.
So, yeah, right. You're 100% right.
The 20-foot rule.
Yeah. It's
And
tough.
so, and again, the now I have seen the videos of awesome people saving the day with firearms in the public.
It's that is such a
It's the
minuscule
exception
fucking like
to the rule. But I've also seen the guy in Texas who gets into a dispute with a lady who's parked in a handicapped place, and the guy boyfriend comes out and he ends up on the
Yep.
ground and he shoots him 7 times.
yeah.
Over a handicap spot. And both sides, by law, are kind of justified.
In Texas,
you can shoot somebody over a handicap spot in Texas.
You should
Right?
be able to, right?
motherfucker.
But, the thing is like, that's so unnecessary. If that guy he shouldn't have that gun in that scenario.
No.
He shouldn't be allowed to draw it in that scenario.
So I, like,
Or the guy who shot the guy over the throwing popcorn in the theater. Remember that one?
I don't remember that one, but I like would be cool with a countrywide disarmament, but I'm not giving up my guns unless everybody else does.
I'm not saying give up.
sure.
No.
And
But
I'm not
like
saying
I'm
give up
okay
the
with
guns.
that. I would love to see the United States go the way of I don't know,
Australia?
or the UK, right? Where the police
Somebody's got to
officers-
pay me for my AR though, because that motherfucker is expensive.
Well, right,
But let's say they do, And let's say they put it in a gun library, and then you can go check it out, and you can say, "Hey, I'm going to Billy's house, and we're having a bunch of family over,
lost it,
and
though.
a bunch of lube, and a big bonfire."
I lost it in a fishing accident.
The problem in a fishing accident.
I don't have it.
It's not a real
I don't
thing.
have
There
that
is no
anymore.
such thing
I
as a
lost
fishing
my
accident.
AR fishing.
Actually, so there was actually
Is this real? Didn't you just buy it? You already lost it?
in a fishing
We're
accident.
talking if it was like a legal thing.
Oh,
like
yeah.
You know.
I was one time.
don't have that
One time
anymore.
I was fishing with Aaron O'Neill and another friend of mine, and Aaron went back to cast and he fucking caught the lure on the side of the guy's face.
Oh no!
Right, like
Jowled him.
Which is why I don't fish.
That's
There's
the
a
main
lot of
reason?
shit that like the main well, and I can't swim. You know,
we were
so, like,
still out
boats
there
are
for
fucked up
7
me.
hours.
Getting the hook out.
No,
Oh.
fuck. We cut him and pulled the hook. All the guy's fucking face is bleeding, and we still were out there for 7
Yeah,
hours.
we
that guy
Nice.
was die
We're
hard.
That's a
We're on
man.
fish.
You guys
a
were.
man. Yeah.
All you have to say is like it was me and Aaron O'Neill and a fucking man.
Yeah, well, no, Aaron O'Neill was the man. The guy was crying like a bitch.
Took a
Nice.
daredevil
just
to
like,
the face.
Aaron was just like, we ain't going in. We ain't going in. Fish are biting. Fucking hold on.
And so again, for everybody who's listening, I support everybody to have a gun. I just don't support me
But like,
having a gun.
no, here's the thing with like,
I don't know
for
if
me
I
with, like,
support
gun
you
control
having
shit.
a gun.
Neither does the federal government. So like, but so I'm glad we brought that up. But here's the thing about like I don't carry a gun because I'm like I don't walk around like and here like and that's one of the things about COVID. I've had like people are like, well, if you live in fear, but a lot of those people that are like, oh, like if you want to live in fear, are the same ones that carry a gun everywhere they go. And I'll tell you what, I don't, because I don't fucking live in fear, because I'm not scared to get my ass whooped everywhere I go. You know, like
Yeah.
that kind of shit. Like fucking like live in fear. Like I live in fear of fucking like giving that shit to somebody else. You know, like that shit. Like don't fucking. Don't willfully like fucking like put yourself
Yeah, you're talking
in a
about
situation.
Talking about the mask thing.
Yeah.
Right. Like the whole like idea is like I don't live in fear, so I don't wear a mask. Well, so
the live in
you
fear
live
thing,
in
like
just
usually fucking
selfishness.
idiots and pussies
Very
fucking say that shit. You know, like, oh, because you live in fear. No, well, maybe I do. I live in fear of being the one that is like the fucking weak link, and because I don't want to wear a fucking mask. You know, like I'll pass that shit on to someone else. Are you fucking kidding? Like,
Well, most of them don't understand. They don't understand.
usually
They
the
say
ones that say
ma-
that shit don't understand
The
a
mask
lot of
doesn't
things.
stop me from getting sick. We know that.
Yeah, it keeps other people from fucking like getting
From
sick.
if you're sick and you don't know you have symptoms, and it keeps the rest of us from getting sick.
That's why I at the risk of like sounding like that guy, like when I'm in the store and we're all wearing masks, and then I see the one guy that's not wearing a mask, I kind of want to hit the part of him that's not wearing that mask, you know?
Yeah, I let people. I let them. Again, we're in America, and it's not. You know, you just got to let
America.
people do their own.
Well,
thing
no, it's not
and-
pronounced Murica anymore.
Yeah.
It, well, it will be, I guess, until January.
January.
First, third,
Ooh,
whatever.
there it is. That's a. This is 20th, 21st.
Something like that.
Hmm.
It's my 23-month anniversary.
Of.
Well, Medev and I being together. I still don't know the date, so she just mentioned it the other day. So
2 years, huh?
not quite
Well, I mean, 23 months is 2 years.
in January.
Yeah, one that I was talking about if we were in the future. With the 2 years, it just seems like time flies.
This
Time
is
goes
know,
by.
this is like unprecedented in what we do. But can we take another like a second pause?
Sure. Pee
I don't
boy.
even need. I don't even need to pee right now. I just want to.
He wants to punch me right in the face.
Let's have a shootout. Let's have a shootout.
This is from my Second Amendment rights, you fucking libtard faggot.
We're still at Slice on Oak, but PJ is no longer here.
No, I just want to. I just
Fill
wanna
your fucking beers.
I want to change your Coors Light keg because that fucking
I'm gonna fix it.
like
It's not changed. There's
vulnerable
something-
blonde or
that's
whatever
that's
is not a
compute-
delicious beer.
That's a ooh.
Vulnerable Blonde is a great name
It's
for
Lonely
a beer.
Bond and Chad Schweiker, who is
Lonely Blonde's not too
local,
bad either.
promotes that beer. I love Fulton.
So you know what? Here's the thing.
So one of
I
my-
need to get Schweck on the show.
All right.
Yeah, well, you won't get him now.
One of my
Yeah, because he's got to correct me when I said vulnerable blonde. which is a way better name.
One of my favorite beers in the world. Like, I'm a Bell's Two Hearted guy. That's my favorite beer ever.
It's a benchmark.
It's the benchmark. It's what I don't even really like craft beer. I just like Bell's Two Hearted beer, and I judge every other beer by how close
As
it
we
is to
know,
Bell's Two
I
Hearted.
love Coors Light because I like my beer like I like my violence.
Dry.
Weak.
Domestic.
Oh. I thought I was going to go with weak. But another one that I think is very, very good is Odell IPA. And it has a like on the bottle, but also their tap handle is like this elephant, right? And I actually talked to the like distributor, he was a pretty big wig in Odell, and he's, because we used to, when we had the collective, we sold a shit pile of Odell, and they're like, man, for like a little joint, you guys sell a shit ton of Odell. And I was like, yeah, well, we call it elephant piss. And he's like,
marketing,
really?
Marketing.
And he goes, I said, yeah, we just call it elephant piss IPA. And
people drink it.
And so the more fucked up name for a beer, like the more it sells. And I don't know. I don't know if it ever got back to the Odell guy, but hopefully it did.
Well, they changed the name to Elephant Piss.
They haven't, but they should.
Indeed.
Elephant Piss IPA is just a great fucking name.
I would
for a
drink
beer.
ram's piss.
Yeah, but IPA is it's an Indian IPA, so there are no Rams in India, fuckface.
Ram's piss? Fuck.
Oh.
All right, well, let's
Time
take
out.
another fucking break, and
It's
we'll
from
come
Beer
back
Fest.
and end this goddamn shit show.
We can't release this until I actually get home safe and sound. I'll be evidence until I'm home safe and sound.
Welcome back to Spitballing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Matt Taylor here with my good buddy,
Kyle Amundsen.
and we're here with PJ Severson in the house. So it's like 3:30ish now. We're all a little lit, and we need to wrap. So, what are your closing thoughts there, Kyle Amundsen?
Gosh, I hadn't really thought about that. Basically the same stuff. Like, this is our election episode. I'm, as much as I'm happy with the, happy with the outcome as far as the presidential election. I think that kind of puts us back on track. And if you've seen any of the stuff with, worldwide, people like, in the streets in foreign countries and shit being so excited about our election results. It's important to keep in mind, like, there's a lot of stuff that hasn't changed. Like, we haven't changed. This was a pretty close election. We're still pretty divided as people and stuff. We've got some, we've got some work to do. Look at AOC, as much as a lot of people hate her and shit, like, she was very clear a couple of months ago, I think it was September, and the whole canceling brunch thing. That whole brunch is still canceled.
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, her thing was, Joe Biden gets elected and stuff. We still have work to do, so it's not like, oh, we can all just like kick back and, we've got fucking work to do as a people, as a society, and her thing was like the whole fucking like Saturday brunch, like whatever, like fucking, we've got work to do. Her thing was like, there's a lot of stuff we need to work on. The whole brunch being canceled. Yeah. We've got to mend some fences and figure out like where we're going with this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we owe society to not replicate what was just done over the last 4 years and use better tools that we all have, our minds, and maybe think before we speak and not be so aggressive.
As we did in this podcast.
Yes.
Like,
we were just getting it out.
We thought before we spoke.
Yeah,
the entire
but
time.
but we words have weight, you know, and there's a lot better ways to get your points across, and facts is how we do that, not by just our opinions. You know, I think Mark Twain said, "Careful to argue with an idiot because some might not be able to tell the difference."
It's true.
So, which I try to post and then I abandon. I very rarely go back in. I watch it all happen, but I very rarely go back in. So, you know, just, you know, be kind, and understand that we're, like Kyle said, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do in racial equality. We have a lot of work to do in you know, equality, but just between the sexes. So I think if we all just focus that we just want to be able to go home and have a decent day every day. And for the ones who are on the top, when is enough enough? Have you earned enough? Do you need more? And what do you need it for? And if the business owners and people in life can't be like, well, people ask me about taxes and this, and I say, I'm doing fine. So I'll let you know when taxes affect me. And if they go to a better good, if welfare makes one kid eat a day that wouldn't have eaten, I'm happy paying those taxes. If it helps with somebody's education, I'm happy to pay those. I'm happy to toe the line. The minute that the towing of the line becomes too hard on my hands, I think it'll be hard on everybody else's hands. But as of yet, 44 years in life, towing the line has not been hard for me. And I don't know anybody that it's been hard for. Like, oh, you did too much. You gave too much. You earned too much. If you are paying a lot in taxes, you're driving a nice car. If you pay a lot, and then somebody said, you know, took a picture of his ceiling and said, if your ceiling looks like this, and the popcorn is, if your ceiling looks like this, Joe Biden's tax plan
isn't going to affect
you.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of truth to that, you know. And so, and I'm willing to sacrifice, like I do for my employees, like I do for everybody. I pay more. I give as much as I can, and I earn less for the better of society, for the better of my employees, for the better of my family, for the better of everybody else. And so the question is, if you're in that position and you're thinking that you're paying too much, what else do you need? Because if you need something else, come see me. Maybe I can help you out.
That's a great point. And I think everybody that knows you or knows anything about you knows that that's legit. I mean,
yeah, no, and I think that's our duty is to, because again, oh yeah, your taxes are going to go up. Guess what? We gave out a shit ton of money for Corona. They were going up regardless.
That's another thing that I've been meaning to, like, I should have fucking brought up earlier. You know, like, people are like, well, you know what's going to happen over the next few years, like over this. Well, here's the thing, you know, between the pandemic and all the other stuff, you know, like yeah, we are going to actually, like, we'll actually have to be, like, not just, like, people throw the word conservative around a lot, but like, if you want to be like financially conservative and stuff, we actually have to pay the bills instead of just racking them up, which is something over the last 4 years I feel like we've been just like doing what the fuck ever, you know. And
well, economy was great, you know, and again, Trump didn't create the coronavirus, and how he dealt with it has created a lot of problems, but we all have a lot to do. The money that was put into society for all the people who are on top, all that money that went out, that $600 a month, that didn't go to rent. It went towards capitalism, and those people they got the benefits from it. The Targets, the Best Buys, the all of that stuff. And so if everything goes up a little bit, that's fine. I know that commodities and food, all of that stuff is more expensive now. It's more expensive for
People are not asking.
it's more expensive for the family to eat. Burger prices to the point of where, people don't even understand how much burger costs anymore.
And that's one of the things that people and that's something that, to our detriment, we have not mentioned a lot on the podcast and stuff. Food shelves and stuff like that. People are as much as we all like to bitch about how things are right now, there's a lot of people that have a lot worse, and food shelves are all that stuff. They're feeling a extreme burden, and that stuff is not getting better, and it's not going to get better, in the foreseeable. So just being kind, and those of us that are in a decent situation, we should maybe think about, if you want to donate to something, donate to your local food shelf. Do that shit locally. Right down the street here, we've got we've got one where we can donate, we can drop off a lot of stuff. But the best thing you can do is to give those food shelves and stuff money, because they have a little more purchasing power when they round up all of our resources, rather than just dropping off what we're not using in our shelves and stuff, which is great. But money to food shelves and stuff like that, that's some stuff that's going to come up over the next 3 years.
We're probably really close to another state shutdown, which is going to affect people way worse this time than it did the last time. And I think that needs to be acknowledged, and what we need to do as a community, and what we need to do just with people coming into restaurants and not wanting to wear their masks, or berating an employee for telling them to put them on. I mean, and avoiding the massive social situations. It sucks. My business has lost massive for not allowing people to congregate around my bar, and so it is what it is. And if we all need to band together and help each other out, then fine. But we got 6 more months of this, and it's going to get worse here, especially here, before it gets better. We've hit the apex, I think. And so, I don't know if this is valid, but somebody put on my Facebook yesterday that the hospital's full in town.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's valid. I don't know.
Well, I just heard somebody that ended up going to
Fargo,
yeah.
because our hospital was.
But and that's not a big hospital. Everybody think it looks like a big building, but where you put the people that need to be cared for this, they're not just in a room with a bed. They need to be cared for. And the other thing is, which I fall in line with, is I think for society, and we see a pandemic, and this won't be the last one, is physical health. We all have and I'm, with me running the 12 miles that I do every day, and the 400 push-ups and the 1,000 sit-ups, I can tell you that it makes you feel better.
Well, take your vitamin D.
It did. I had to change up my whole morning my morning walk thing because of deer season here. Now
don't wear your horns anymore,
right? Don't look so much like a goddamn deer, Kyle. What are you talking about?
Yeah. This has been fun, guys.
Oh,
close
so
it out,
fun.
Matt.
Thank you, PJ, for having
Bring it on
us.
home.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for all of the wonderful beers. Yeah, this was fun.
Yeah. I'm going to cook some pizzas for you guys to take home.
Thank God, I'm
as
starving.
peace offerings for your female parts. And
My
also
female-
for
my
your
female
female.
parts.
And my male parts. Couple of closing things. One of them is you guys didn't even mention my
Your
beautiful
mustache. I was
mustache.
actually thinking we should mention that before we.
Actually, I just thought
I love it.
I thought
I
it was
love
a
it.
joke, so I didn't say anything.
So I shaved because for Halloween,
Which
I
was-
was going to go as Joe Exotic for Halloween. And in the close here, I'm going to show you some pictures of me.
You might want to keep it anyway, because I think it actually looks pretty good on
I
you.
think it looks great, except I hate actually shaving, so I'm probably not going to. But I have a spot-on Joe Exotic mustache. Unfortunately, on Halloween, I was going to work at the 9th Street Social Club, but we got closed down
because
the
of
COVID.
our dear brother.
Rob and Aaron got the COVID, so we were closed down, so I wasn't able to do it, and I spent a shit pile of money on a goddamn Joe Exotic outfit. So
Carol Baskins.
Carol Baskins. That's what Aaron was going to be. Carol Baskins. It was going to be. So we weren't able to do that. Anyway, thank you again, PJ.
Thank you,
to
guys.
take us out tonight.
You want me to sing?
Tonight, no. Thank God, no.
Damn it.
Actually, I'm going to play you a song. I've played a couple of these in past episodes, but it's from a fucking YouTube kid, and his name is Paint. And he does these, I don't know, funny, like, little rap songs. And this one is called Politiclash, Trump versus Joe Biden. So we're going to watch this together. You guys enjoy. I'm going to put a link in the show notes. We will see you guys next time.
Ladies and gentlemen, what in the Sam Hill is happening to America? Fire, fury, Mark Zuckerberg. It's the battle of the two septuagenarians. Who will save us? Silent generation, my ass.
Good evening to all you hacks still practicing quarantine.
Hey, it's the real Donald Trump.
Yeah, I'm gracing your screens, ladies.
Ain't quite done making America stupid.
Hey, Baron, hold my hydroxychloroquine. Have my cruise in the pin, but I'm rolling in deep, cause I got this sick beat like Corona 19. You think Biden's gonna sweep once my people hit the streets? They want 4 more years. About to give him 14. I'm impressed, the progressives were so quick to surrender. Got the left crying uncle-elect and a sex offender. One sec, let me mention this in case you can't remember. My name is Donald Trump, and it's really nice to mention. I'm relentless, I still got Herman Cain's support. See him tweeting from the freezer truck behind the Walmart, calling all the free thinkers the death count is fake. The boomers won't complain till it's 401k. Don't trust Dr. Fauci, the little devil's cursed. I'm good getting my science from QAnon, good nurse. Don't need to mince words, I'm a world-class jerk. Biden spitting out his dentures at the mention of dessert. Only illegals and dead people vote for your ass, gifting ballots to the ghosts of Latinx mispassed. I'm giving Jesus Cristo a hand with that rapture. I love the Bible, heard him featured in the last chapter. My resume, it's flawless, the markets go topless. I'm in bed with big tech, they're hard for Maganomics. Deregulated Wall Street, jet fuel economics. We'll watch it as the world trade topples from the optics. My tax cuts are massive, relax, slip it in. Yeah, we're plowing towards an iceberg, but bro, it's just the tip. So don't bitch about the loopholes when the rich fund your pulpit. I know you know the tax code, you're the hoe who wrote it. Oh, secret's out, I'm an asshole, the electorate's indifferent. 20 trillion in debt, pushing the bill onto their children. It's why they're called the boomers, they sent to Canadian. I'm an exclamation point to finish off their generation.
Sick of bull, sick of bull, sick of bull. Joe Biden's lit, let's hear him spit. He's got that nation in his grip till arthritis hit. No need to run, he pacing it. Replacement hip, yeah, Joe Biden's lit. Don't question it, yeah.
Used to be a wingman, now I'm balls deep in it, leaking it. Bet I gotta clean the sheets from the beat. Bet you get them free when the clan meet with your family. You owe the IRS millions. How will you feel when I grab 5 trillion from out the pants of your friends in the Hamptons, put into hands of the standard civilian? Got an interest in pragmatics, a fact addict. My resume is straight fact, I don't pad it. You're one with a rat pack, trapped in the attic. Your campus running fake ads, they don't have it. No time for the dramatic. In a word, I'm bureaucratic. But I heard it's a slur since you last had it. So I turn the flash off when I wreak havoc, then static. My affiliation, moderate. My promises, my politics, a Yonigan. Speak softly, pack a long stick. Got a thick skin, that's Obama dick. To change a nation, play conservative. Segregation was ended by a surrogate. Like Lyndon, I know what my mission is. Lincoln wasn't even abolitionist. I'm not the hottest at the bar, but I'm slammed. I like to do it in the dark, both hands. Bring your brekkie in bed, no pants. But a face fine with a side of sliced ham, white bread, and a tight jam. The budget, I'll double it twice. Gotta greensplain science to the right. Raise the minimum wage 15 overnight. That's the minimum age for your next teen wife. Bet you'll feel the heat when you head toward the light. When you beg for your pardon, better be more polite. Scalia knows Satan, rough from behind. If you're gonna drop the mic, pick it up upright. Why don't you just say it? You're a radical leftist. When it comes to socialism, you can't even social distance. Little Joe Biden, where's that communist doctrine? Sure, I may be Russian, but at least I'm not Stalin. So, Christians are your lucky charm. That's suspicious. After killing babies, you're magically religious. You can't even pack a stadium, much less the courts. Sleepy Joe, go home to the other 6 dwarfs. You're too weak to keep me or my cabinet on the ropes. Better call up Obama to bust up this shiver robe. All that time in the swamp, Joe, you're starting to prune. You're looking like the creature trailing the black goon. Put your hands in the air and pray I'm not bitter. I'm a riot with blue lives and they're easily triggered. I'd throw you in prison before you ever got elected, but you'd probably be dead before you could finish your sentence. You're a typical Democrat pretending to care when black lives only matter to you every 4 years. Yeah, I'm proud of my boys, but I'll denounce white power. Want Hunter to love you, I'll grind you into white powder. 4 more years, they want me re-elected president. When you hear 4 more years, the doctor's being generous. So in case you need reminding, even if you squeak by, you'll be the least memorable president of all time. Republican, Democrat, we are all Americans. And as president, I promise I loser. Huh? What? You're a loser, okay? With the Ukraine thing with your son, it's a huge deal. The fake news media... shut up, man? No. I can't think. About to take the route you tried with Don Jr. Plan B. Dropped Agent Orange on New York for what, a photo op? Holding a Bible like a prop, popping tear gas like a soda pop. I noticed, though, you got the photo cropped down to a solo shot. The cops are all around you like a Donald Dunkin' donut shop. Pro-life, you get weak-kneed, getting fingered by police. You only lift up women so you can see what's underneath. Stripping healthcare to its bare bones and switching your positions. You're a deep fake to Farge with the way you sow division. Too many characters in your cabinet. This America or Narnia? Escaping into fantasy like every night for poor Melania. With Pence making claims on the coronavirus task force. The virus came from China like Ivanka Trump's bags were. Your flow's sick from Hope Hicks and the COVID flight crew. First time in 4 years I've heard positive news. Once you kill off your constituents, who's left to vote for you? My soccer moms sure won't, but I hope Hicks do. For essentially the economy's done better under Democrats. You call yourselves conservatives, you don't even spend less. You sodomize the middle class, we're stuck in Deuteronomy, wandering through 40 years of shoddy fiscal policy. You run the country like your business, so that's why we're in debt. You must be working on commission for that precious 1%. You don't like the news, so you stole the printing press to pump the markets full of bull, a courtesy of the feds. You're done tearing at the fabric of American society like it's one of your lovers, or the Bolshevik variety. I took the foot out my mouth and shoved it up your backside. From bareback in the Kremlin, it fit just fine.